What's up, everybody? Y'all see the thumbnail? Are you guys ready? I'm ready. You're ready. They're ready. Maybe they're ready. I don't know. If you guys are in the chat, say something. Let me know how the mic sounds. Oh, y'all are here. Okay. Y'all are here. Let's go.
It's your girl Roxie with Roxiie Says. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me.
I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks.
It's Chloe and we're back with another video.
Tammy Talks, Roxiie Says, and Chloe Johnson. Welcome to the group chat. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Did you guys see the intro? Do you guys like the intro? What's up, Erica? We have Sincerely Me. We have Empress Horton. We have Carmen Thomas. Two River Power, Late November. Autumn Matthews. Andrea K, Kinda Cool. So I'm going to bring up one or two of my friends here. We can start with Mrs. Chloe Johnson.
Hey y'all.
And then we have our intro courtesy of our very own Roxiie of Roxiie Says.
Hi y'all, what's up?
And then we have the video portion of our intro from the queen herself. I got you. You don't even need to do it. I got it. I got you. Don't even worry about it. What's up, ladies? Welcome. And welcome to the group chat. Y'all been wanting to be in the group chat, so y'all in it. Y'all here now.
Exactly.
Y'all been wanting to be in it. Y'all here now.
Right.
This is as far in as you're getting.
That's what they said. Y'all, you can't come no more in.
That's it.
Can't come no more in. So I want to make sure that you guys get your flowers for the intro. So thank you, Yoshi. Let me move you up to a nice black part of it. Thank you, Janice. Hey, Alicia. Chelsea. True. No, ma'am. No, sir. Why are y'all cutting up already? Why are y'all cutting up already? We not there yet. Hey, Nikki, Eric.
Yeah, I'm done.
Love. So thank you to Roxie and Queen E for making our intro. I was the brains behind it, and I wrote the lyrics, and I did the storyboard, and then I just sit here, y'all, go forward and go. So,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
they all agree. Thank you, Chloe, for having my back. Hey, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. So with this, you ain't have to put our business out there like that, SB. Oh my God. To be determined. Well, Love is Blind is over. Love is Blind is over, but we'll see. Queen E.
I mean, we've had a good 3 or 4, right? We've had a good amount.
We haven't been on Chloe's channel yet, but we've been rotating.
Right.
We've been moving and grooving. All right. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you. Just visiting.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
girl.
thank you. All right, so if you guys haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to every single one of our channels. Me and Roxie are very close to 30,000, so make sure you are subscribing. Chloe is like hundreds away from 10,000. Y'all are really playing on her top. Make sure y'all go subscribe. And then the queen is chasing 65, 70?
Yeah, 65
million. Sky's the limit.
from your mouth to God's ears. Amen.
sky's the
Amen.
limit. Definitely thought this said Mona Scott Young, but hey, Michelle. Hey, Sherry D.
Oh, Michelle.
Not Mona Scott Young.
um, the intro was super cute. All right, so let's start with I have an icebreaker. Okay.
Oh Lord.
What what is the most random thing or what is one thing that you do before doing a video every single time? Like a ritual.
Oh, I just make sure my mic is up, so I'm like la 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 la, and then I
Okay, Scales.
Yeah, I
Roxy.
make sure that my mic is good, and I put in my little room divider, my little flowers, and my little lights. That's what I do.
I don't think I do anything except make sure I got my lip gloss on.
The lip gloss is popping. Okay.
It has to be.
I'm random. I always put on perfume.
Oh,
Oh,
look at
really?
I don't know why, but I spray. And then as if y'all can smell
Smell
me. But
good.
yeah. For me and everyone here. What's up, child? Okay, so we're gonna get started. So let's start off with thank you, Juliet. Let's rate this season. Now, I want to preface this. Before we're not going to rate it, we're going to give it a grade. Before we give it a grade, do not have Love is Blind UK right here because that's what people are doing. They're comparing. Don't have it right here. On the scale of A through F or even a U, how would you grade this season?
What are we grading it on?
Yeah.
Just the season as a whole, not the
Like
T.
how much you enjoyed watching it?
Yes.
Okay.
How much you enjoyed the season?
Mine is a B plus, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I give it a C only because I feel like the outside tea ruined it because we knew it too early. I feel like if we found out like when Ashley found out in the episode, it would have been better. But we were like waiting for stuff to happen because we already knew. If we didn't know, I feel like it would have been like A, B plus A.
Chloe.
B plus A.
I want to go with B. I think it was really good. I enjoyed the season. I enjoyed reviewing it. So, solid B. I don't mind the tea and all that other stuff. It made my reviews a little bit better.
I give it like a B plus. It's a lot of
Yeah.
D's in the chat.
Oh, y'all didn't enjoy the season?
Jennifer
D's in
didn't.
the chat. D.
Oh, I
D's
see
in
an
the
F. I was just about to say that, Queen. I was.
Wait, let me see. Let me mute my mic.
My Scantron says C. Oh, you went way back. Not a Scantron. You skipped more than half. What half did you skip? So, worst season for me. Andrea, why is it the worst? I would say B if social media didn't tell us everything.
Right.
So this is I really do like Love is Blind. I do. It's one of my favorite shows to recap. But I hate how much we find out. So one of the reasons that I love Married at First Sight is because they asses can't talk. That NDA is so zip tight, it's so airtight. We don't find out anything until Mavs fan or somebody else. Like you have to really go find stuff.
On top of that early access, like you'll see people posting Twitter threads on like the whole season breakdown, and it's like, bruh, come on.
Then y'all be in the comments, and we're not gonna do that, but y'all be in the comments and y'all be so geeked up and so hyped that y'all ruin it, and I don't. We gotta do something, not we, but Love is Blind, Kinetic, whoever's over there, they really need to do something about the amount of. I don't know if they can though.
Like what? The amount of episodes that drop?
Well, that's an issue. For me, as somebody that works a 9 to 5, it's irresponsible to drop 6.
Definitely is.
And then the ultimatum drops 8, and it's like,
Sorry?
The ultimatum is dropping 8. Would definitely be grouped up. Don't
Y'all
look for
might not get a season
episodic
from me.
recaps.
I'll be fighting for my life trying to get
Oh,
these videos out. They dropping 8. Yeah.
8. And
It's
somebody's
gonna
going to
be
stay up until midnight and watch all 8 and then be like, wait till you find out they're back together. And it's like,
right.
ah.
but can we be mad at like the tea coming out? Because it's not like, yes, the cast, I feel like they talk too much, but it's people being like, oh, I know this person. Let me tell you. And it's like, bruh.
To me, that's different. Now, this whole Tyler baby mama, cousin, auntie, whoever, ex-wife's boo thing, that's different because you can't control that. But you can control if somebody does have early access and they're like, wait till you get to episode 8, and then we find out that Tim is going to trip Alex as she walks up the stairs. Like, stuff like that can be avoided.
And the outside info, like the tea this season, this is like some next level tea this season.
No, because
like,
Tim would do that though. I'm sorry. Like, I'm so like Tim would.
After I said the names, I said I should have used different people. That was
no, he
on me.
wouldn't.
That was a bad example.
I was about to say that's too close to home. You too close to home now, girl.
That's on me. But yeah, let's talk about this. The editing. What did you guys think about the editing this season?
I mean, it's annoying, but when you take in consideration everything that's been going on, like they can't be all up in the people's face all the time like they used to be, right? There's how many lawsuits? Now, I was talking with some people and was thinking, why don't they do it like the ultimatum where they have the CCTVs?
The ultimatum be catching everything. They be catching you under the covers and everything. I think that Love is Blind, they got sued too much. They don't want to do too much.
I had a comment that said that what's missing from this season is the talking heads.
No, the editing was horrible.
We didn't get the talking heads either, though. Think about
the confessionals.
Yeah, think about last season when we saw Jeremy doing a talking head, trying to explain what happened that night that he left his phone in the parking lot, but really he was at old girl's house.
That would have been good.
We didn't get that this season. Not enough.
Did we not? Okay, maybe not enough
of it.
Yeah.
Or people are now so aware of the narrative they're trying to put out that they're not going to actually say how they feel about the scene they're being asked to recount.
But the editing was choppy in general because, like, Marissa and Rams, their whole scenes was confusing. We was like, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
I don't think that was editing.
That's just how they talk.
I think that's how they talk. I think they just talk in circles.
And I just like I love you, but like spit it out.
Not too
That's
much
how
on
they,
the
that's how
likes,
they
because
I know we say like
I'm a liker.
And on top of that too, even what's her name at the reunion said that she was purposely trying to protect Tim, right? How many people were trying to protect their relationship and not, what's her face, fabricating a whole story. And I don't know why she thinks that was a flex for her to tell the audience, like, oh, well, we came up with the story. But yeah, there was a lot of, they're very cognizant of the cameras, more so now than ever before.
So the pods were too long. I agree. I think the pods were too long as well.
And I think that whole, go on.
I was going to say, not the pods itself, but I think the scenes were too long.
Yeah.
We were getting like full-blown 10-minute conversations that, oh God.
Especially those Leo, Nick, Hannah, and Brittany, too much. Especially for us to not see the rest of their journey. Why do we see so much of them in the pods? Like, why? It was too much.
So this is where we all differ because, I watch you guys' recaps. The queen doesn't see it as an issue.
I don't. That's why I was quiet.
No.
Leo.
I like that.
And I used to be in your videos like, no. So my thing is, if we're going to have that much, because we're not talking Leo and Brittany tonight, unless y'all had something to say about them.
No.
For me, if you're gonna show that much of their story, that much of their journey, to where they had episodic storylines, you have to take them to Miami. I mean, you have to take them to Mexico. You have to. Whether you think they're gonna make it to the aisle
Right.
or altar or not, you have to. Because if it's integral, and I watch your recaps, if it's an integral part of Hannah's story, see it all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I see that perspective. I also think that I like to see people who come on the show who are very clearly trying to be like the next big thing and then absolutely crash out and then not get the edit they thought they were going to get. That's why I was in part okay with it. Like, yes, it had to do a lot with what's her face story, the mean girl. But also, don't come on here thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna put on this great performance, I'm gonna do whatever. Netflix has the liberty to show your ass because you showed your ass. And also, I would rather we get more than less, because people who want to skip can skip, but at least we have the option of more content than be like, well, what happened to so and so and so and so?
I get that. However, they can show. I personally think that we should be following everybody that gets engaged, right?
Thank
If
you.
I think you should be following everybody that gets engaged, because because follow everybody, right? At least show us the meetups. At least show us the meetups.
Okay, I hear you on the meetups, because I was thinking of UK, there were 11 engagements.
But you don't have to take everybody on the trip.
Yeah. I thought that's what you meant. But if you're
No,
saying
no,
just
no.
the reveals, then I agree. I agree. The reveals would be
Show
fun to
us
watch.
all the reveals. At the
I agree.
very least, when they have the little meetup party, that Boring Gatsby party, bring all the couples in.
Right.
Don't bring just the
Yeah.
single people. Bring everybody.
Yeah.
They party
They
sucked
used to
this
do
year
that
too.
too, though. Didn't they used to do that?
They would
Because
bring more for sure.
in previous seasons, I remember, I feel like it was the Uche season. There was someone there who wasn't, or was it Renee? Anyway, forget it. I could have sworn they used to do that though. It wasn't just the people who were engaged, but they brought more people like who weren't engaged. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, the thing with this, I agree, is nobody's genuine on the show anymore.
That's the
and
part.
and we'll get to that because Hannah got me effed up. But nobody's genuine on the show anymore because everybody knows I'm coming onto this big show that gets millions on millions on millions of views.
Mm-hmm.
For the cans, we're gonna be on the Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk and Hollywood Unlocked.
Right.
The non-cans are gonna be on Reality Ashley and E and all that type of stuff. You're gonna be everywhere. So if y'all see me on the show, it's because I want to be famous.
Same.
Y'all are gonna know
Right.
exactly why. Y'all exactly why. And I'm gonna say you can call me Tammy Talks on there too. I'm gonna have on shirts and everything. You're gonna know exactly why I'm on the show. It's not to really find a husband. It's because I want the bag. So when I watch these
Right.
shows, I think that everybody is on there for the purpose of being famous.
Right. Who's
But
going
be
on Love is
comfortable.
Blind? Who's going on Love is Blind? Like, okay, I really want to find love, but I hope that no one finds out who I am from this show. I hope that my social media following doesn't grow. Oh my God. Nobody I've been saying this seasons ago. Getting fame, getting clout, blowing up your social media, that's the first goal. And if they find love, that's just the cherry on top. Like, okay, I'll take this too, but that is not the goal of these people coming on the show. It's season 7. that is not the goal anymore at all.
Only the OGs. Well, and I don't even know if it's all the OGs because I
No,
would
'cause they
beg
knew
to
it was gonna be
differ
on
that
TV.
Carlton, Diamond, Jessica, there are a few people from season 1 that
Carlton still be having me.
bring Carl.
cracked up.
Let's get to the reunion.
Wait. Before you get off this topic, I just wanted to say I'm kind of glad that the followings from this season aren't as big as maybe last season, because yes, you'll get some notoriety, but it's not like skyrocketing into stardom the way that some of these other people have. I think the
Mhm.
person with the highest following hasn't even cracked 200K.
For this
Good.
season?
Really?
Yeah, for this
You know,
season. But
but you know why though?
Because no
AD is
one
like
really
at a
liked
million,
her
isn't
this
she?
season.
But people were rooting for AD though. People were rooting for her. We really wanted her to wake up and smell the Maxfield house, the Folger, something. We were rooting for her. There is not one likable person on this cast.
And that's why
Yeah,
that's a part of what I'm saying, right? I'm
Yeah.
glad that people came and kind of showed themselves so people can be
mhm.
like, wait, I'm not gonna just support you so you get this, stardom that you came
Right.
here for. Like, no, if we genuinely like you will see it through our support.
Right.
Sorry, Chloe, I think I cut you off. My bad.
I don't think you did you?
Roxy needs to be on the show.
Now, why would she put that on the screen knowing?
Roxiie Says needs to go on the show.
See, this how the group chat really be. You see, Tammy? Tammy is a little troublemaker. Okay,
They
Tammy's a little
want you to be
troublemaker.
a star.
Let,
Fine.
babe.
Oh, oh, oh,
Hey, your girl Tammy is starting mess.
come on, babe. Come on, babe.
I'm gonna tell him what you did.
Come on, babe.
I haven't said anything. I didn't say it. The chat said it. It wasn't me.
You
Uh,
highlighted it though.
Chloe.
Oh,
We were.
What you?
I forgot we here.
I mean, oh my god. Oh my god. We were. So watch Cam Lauren's segments on season 1 a few days ago. No way they can get that lightning in a bottle again. Everyone now votes for comes. Everyone now comes on for fame and fortune.
True. I
That's-
want to talk about that last message, Tammy. The comment where they said that Ashley and Tyler could have been that couple. They could have. Because episode, like the first 4 episodes, baby, I was in my feels. Okay? So when all the tea just started spilling, I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And it just ruined that whole magical love story that I thought we was about to have.
Well, question for you guys. Without the tea and just the show edit, do you still think they would have been that couple?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was sold on Ashley and Tyler. They were my favorite couple until I found out the tea. They were my favorite couple.
I was falling in love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just a hopeless romantic.
Yeah. Y'all don't you didn't like Ashley and Tyler, Queen, from the start?
It's not, no. I liked them from the start, but there were things that I was wondering why Ashley didn't question more on. And I'm just like, girl, what? And then the last straw for me was the baby news. I was like, okay, so she's just as long as it ain't happening to me, it's not my problem kind of girl from the show. So that's why I wonder if it would have ended the same. Of course, they would have been able to spin it if the tea didn't come out the way that it did. But I don't know if it would have been as clean of a story as Cameron and Lauren. That's all.
Oh,
No, I
nothing's
think
gonna
we would have
touch.
been fine.
Queen.
I'm
believe
sorry.
it.
Comments are not over her face though. You might have to.
Face comments over.
Oh, maybe they're watching on the TV.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't see it. I'm looking at the chat right here. I don't see anything. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm looking down every now and then. I'm looking at the chat.
I can double check. Y'all keep talking. Let me just double check.
Yeah. So do you think they would have still had that? Yeah.
I think I would have got over it.
You would have got over it.
Oh.
Y'all know I'm a sucker. I'd have got mad times because I would have been like, he was a donor. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful, child.
It might be you,
I
Tanya,
can see that.
because comments aren't over her face. Go back out, come back in.
Make sure you're not zoomed in or anything.
Could be zoomed in. Yeah, I just checked my phone, TV, and iPad.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. You have to. Oh, are the comments scrolling on up the screen? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on the
Oh,
TV.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
something else.
It is, grandma.
Sorry, E.
It's all good.
Do you want me to move you?
No, no.
Oh, okay. So, past contestants. That's where I was going. Let's get to the reunion. So, how do we feel about past contestants
Hate it.
Right.
coming on?
Horrible.
Like, why are y'all here? Why are y'all here?
If we're going to bring back the past, let's bring back the past. Bring back some good people. Bring back Carlton.
She-
Bring back.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. No, she's not wrong.
No, but hear me out. Hear me
Iconic
out.
people, yeah.
If you're gonna bring back the old people, either bring back couples that we like or bring back some people. Go find Shake.
I agree.
Maybe not Shane. Maybe not Shane, but go get Carlton. Go get Diamond. Like, bring back some people. Don't just. I don't want to see Marshall no more. I'm sorry, I don't.
No,
wanna
but
see
to your
Marshall.
point, that's why they do bring Marshall. They know that Marshall is going to do his, like, they know that. So that's why they bring him. So if y'all really want to do something, bring the Carltons, bring the Shakes. Like, let's really get it cracking if we want to get it cracking.
Bring the
I
Jackie.
agree.
No, just don't bring
Yeah, maybe not
nobody and do
Jackie.
the special
I know
on its
everyone's
own.
like, not Jackie.
No, I mean, I agree, Chloe. Don't bring anybody. But if you are going to bring people,
Bring some people.
Because honestly, at first I was like, why is Nancy here? But I'm happy Nancy was there because they were about to ask Steven about his sleep test results. We don't
you
care.
don't
I
think
mean, I'm happy
that
that she was.
line.
Yeah, but still, I'm happy she got to it. She's like, tell us what's on the text. We don't care about that. What was your sleep test? We don't give a damn about this man's sleep test. What was in
I
the
still
text
need
messages?
time. I don't believe he was there. That picture,
He
I need the
wasn't.
date and time.
Chloe, do the I. We not bringing Bertiz. Absolutely not. No.
They already brought him, and he showed his kid and whatever.
It was a
Did y'all
jump
miss it?
scare. No, we don't want Bertiz. Absolutely not. So they said they're not bringing back after the altar. They don't want to do it anymore.
Clearly.
But what they could do, get all these married folk together, aside from Chelsea and Kwame, get all the married folk together and then do a Love is Blind trip.
Ooh.
Do that. Take
I'm here for that.
all these married people. Netflix,
Yeah.
send a check over here. But get all these married people, put them together. If Jersey Shore can do family reunions and all that stuff, Love is Blind could do it.
Do it.
Now,
Yeah.
a lot of them couples
And
don't
then
like
we
them no
see
more.
who's taken.
But you can do, even if you just bring the 3 from that season, that they're all still married, right? Chelsea and Kwame, Brett and Tiffany, and then
Zach and Bliss.
Zach and Bliss.
Zach and Bliss. Oh,
Sure.
Lydia and Milton.
Oh, Lord.
You
But-
gotta,
but-
you gotta
But-
bring everybody.
Bring all of those people together. That would get you views.
Yeah, that would be
If
dope.
if you're
I
not going
would
to do
watch.
after the altar.
I would watch too.
Honestly, I would watch even if it's not the married couples. I would
Just-
watch if it's because I feel like the non-married couples, it would be more messy. So yeah.
And let's see the rejects, you know?
I say just mix them all up. Just mix everybody.
Yeah.
Bring
See
everybody
some cross
back.
season. Yeah, what they're trying to do with the perfect match. Clearly, the perfect match ain't working.
Take
So-
them to an island. Did
Let's
you
switch
see
it
the
up.
rumor cast for Perfect Match?
No.
If
Let me go
that's,
check
I'm
that out right
gonna
now.
send it to you. If that's real, if that's real, I might be in.
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna need you to send a cast in because
This is season 3?
Yeah, I saw it on Reddit. But if that's the cast, I'm in.
and that's what I want to say, right? 1,000 Pieces just said, I love the mess. I love the mess too. Everybody be sitting there acting like, oh my God, it's too messy, it's too much drama. But then nothing happened, y'all not gonna watch.
Yeah. It's the truth. Like we love Lauren and Cameron. We love Brett and Tiffany. But if we had 5 Brett and Tiffany's, 5 Lauren and Camerons, like
Well, they're stepping out of just Netflix. They're going into Peacock.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would be into it.
you
Oh,
sent,
if Freddie
it.
is really on there, I want an apology for everybody. I knew Freddie was gonna work the circuit, and everybody's like, Freddie's not doing reality TV again. He's too good for that.
Did you send it?
Freddie's
Mm.
the funeral man.
Yes. Let me send it to you,
The
Roxy.
funeral man.
The funeral man.
That's him, the funeral
The
man.
fune man.
Mm-hmm.
Funeral
Mm-hmm.
man.
All right, you guys ready to start talking about the reunion
Yes.
Yeah.
or the show? We're gonna do the show in general, but we're gonna start with. Oh shoot, I'm not even on here. My bad. We're gonna start with Taylor and Garrett.
Oh wow, it's 1,000 people in the chat. Hey y'all.
Oh, hey.
Crazy. Oh, thank you guys.
Hey everybody, make sure you guys are thumbsing up the video.
Yes.
Let the good folks on YouTube know we're here. All right, so Garrett and Taylor. They're still together. They're still seemingly happily married, but they are not in San Diego. I tuned out during that part, but
Clearly.
I mean, the way the mama was crying, he was never moving.
I've seen some comments saying that that is a sign that Garrett is controlling.
Oh, I haven't seen that. So I'm happy that they didn't move because I said they should be in for at least a year before even considering moving. Taylor, why you brought your behind on a DC show if you want to move to San Diego, but that's another story for another day. But
Mhm.
I was happy that they didn't move, but some people feel like Garrett did a bait and switch on Taylor, and I didn't see it that way at first.
He kind of did.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'll move to the ends of the earth for you. It's worth it. It's worth it." And now we're here, and he's like, "Oh, I couldn't do it." It's like, "Oh,
Wait, but didn't he say that they went? They was there for some time, but he just couldn't. He wasn't
just
adjusting
visiting,
well, so they left.
just
So he
visiting.
did go. He just didn't want to stay, right?
He ain't moved. Period. He ain't
Yeah.
moved." He said he was gonna move. He
They
ain't
just
moved.
never went.
Yeah.
They didn't go. I thought they went.
No, they went to visit. They went to visit a couple times back and forth, but they didn't move. Like she wanted to move, like live there. So they're like, oh, once he locked her down, then he was like, oh yeah, by the way, I ain't moving to San Diego. So yeah.
I think it's a risk to move, like you're saying, Roxy, so soon into a relationship. And if you are going to move, it is beneficial to move somewhere neutral. Now, I don't know how neutral DC is, but let it be a fresh start for both people.
DC is go ahead.
Why
Taylor.
did they call it neutral?
I don't know why they said that.
Because aren't they
It's
there?
not neutral.
It's not.
They're in Fredericksburg.
Fredericksburg. Distance wise, it is not neutral at all. It's like DC is right next to Baltimore. So right
It's
next to
not.
Maryland.
It's not 30 minutes. It's
See, I didn't.
Don't start with that time.
You better move on, sis, because I did not tell you that.
Last night.
I did not tell you. I did not tell you that. So you know what?
I didn't say you
But to be
did.
honest, it's something about Garrett I just don't trust. It's
Really?
something
You
about
don't?
him I just don't trust.
What is it?
I don't like the way he was
I think it's
flip-flopping at
him
the
from the way
reunion.
he tried to like flip him answering the message. Like I responded, I liked it. The way he tries to play with his words and the semantics of it all. So I could believe that he kind of like talked her out of moving to San Diego. Like he has a way with his words. She knows that. I don't trust something about Gary. I don't trust him. He seems like a nice guy from what we see, but and she don't either. I give him
You
2
know
years.
what I didn't like was at the reunion when they were going in on, was it Tyler? Was it Tim? No, I think it was Steven. And he's like, "Oh, I'm just over this conversation." Who's talking to you? He was like,
He
"Oh,
had a lot of moments like
we need
that.
to move on from this." I was like, "Sorry, I didn't know you were the host." I'm like,
He
"Shut
said that
up."
him
And he's like, Nick, you
immature.
have so much patience because I could never.
Yeah, he was doing a lot. He was doing a lot.
Yeah,
A
he
lot of
was.
tap dancing. But whatever. I mean, they seem to be matched.
I have no comment. Like literally,
She really don't care about them. She's like,
She wanted to take them out of the group chat, literally.
Chloe. And it wasn't. It's not because they're. It's not because they're like. I just think they're boring. It's not because they don't have drama, because they do. That moving is going to be an issue for them.
mhm.
That's a big thing. I just truly don't care. There's always a couple on the show that you just don't care about.
But
It's
Chloe,
kind of
what you said is right about what he did with those text messages. You're a whole physicist or whatever the hell. You know the difference between hitting like on a text and actually using your fingers and typing a response. So yeah, that's definitely something that what's her face? What's her name? Taylor. She gonna have to look out for
Yeah.
that because yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We'll see. I say 2 years.
two.
2 years on I say 2 years.
I actually see them staying together.
I think they're gonna stay together too.
Yeah, I see them
You
staying
think
together.
so?
Hmm.
I
I
do.
think they're gonna stay together.
Yeah. Chloe's like, Queen, what you
We'll see.
think? You think they're gonna stay together or?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I see them staying together. All right, next, because they boring. Oh God.
All right. Here we go.
Let
Here
me
we
drink
go.
some water. Let me take a swig.
Yeah, let me drink too, child, because mm.
Mm.
so
Tammy
we
put the black
have.
and white.
So we have Tyler and Ashley.
That's my man. I'm gonna stand beside him.
If she like it, I
Period.
love it. If she likes it, I love it. Very black and ease.
I don't love it at all.
You don't got a choice. You don't have a
But
choice.
I still don't love it. I still don't love it. She could like it. She could love it. I hate it actually.
Yeah.
And it's not so much that I hate the relationship. I really feel like they can work through anything. It's the part that she's okay with him not being in his children's life that just bothers me. Like, if you want to be with that man and whatever the case may be, cool. But to encourage him not being away from his children and like knowing the real deal and just being okay with that, trash. And
I think what hurts
you want to be a mother?
most,
Trash.
what hurts most is like we were rooting for Ashley before even knowing who she was going to be with. Like something about her just made you feel like, oh my gosh, I like this girl. Like I want the best for her. So you would think, there's no way she would. There's no way she like.
When
There's no
Ashley came on my
way.
screen, I was like, yes, like this
Yes.
is ready. I was like, I was sold on Ashley. As soon as she came on my
Yeah.
screen, I was so hyped. I was so hyped. And now I
Yeah,
just
it was disappointing. And then
it was.
too, like it's very frustrating for me to see even the commentary she's been giving after the fact. She's writing this whole I'm an unconditional lover, whatever. And she says that she will not allow people to vilify her for having the love of Christ. Respectfully, as a Christian as well, seeing how at least two of those children were conceived, those are his children. And so where does the love of Christ extend to those children?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the
Make
thing.
it make
Like,
sense.
she doesn't, the simple fact like she wants to be with him, then maybe encourage him to have that relationship. Obviously he was in their lives, so it's not like he doesn't know these kids at all, but like a real woman would be like, if you're gonna do right by me, do right by your kids too. And she's just gonna have to accept all of that. But she's like, oh, leave them, throw them kids in the trash, I don't care about them kids.
Not an
Ashley
onion
is not-
head.
I have never heard somebody be.
Right.
Ash's
What
mom is an onion. What does that mean?
That is
I
funny.
have never heard
No,
somebody be called it.
Onion head. I'm still in
yeah,
that.
Right.
her mom sounds crazy too. See, that's how myself.
Hmm.
I learned a lot from Ashley. Yeah, how to be stupid. Okay, how to be manipulated.
Listen.
And
Child.
what I'm not gonna do though with Ashley and Tyler is because I've seen people do that like way back with like Carmelo Anthony and like, oh, the woman isn't letting this man see his kids. Those are Tyler's kids. There should be no one. Ashley should not be able to stop Tyler from seeing his kids, right? He's trash for that. He's trash for that all on his own. Ashley being a part of that is also trash as well. But I'm not going to say, "Oh, Tyler can't see his kids because of Ashley." Tyler don't want to see his kids. He don't want to see them.
Exactly.
He don't want to see them.
It's the way that he talks about his kids.
Mhm.
Those kids.
Those
Those
kids.
kids in that
That
family.
family. Shut
Mhm.
up.
Here's the thing. Ashley said that who knows more, right? Me or social media?
Baby,
When
we
social
do.
media is the children's mother. We didn't put that
Right.
narrative out.
Right.
We're not sitting up here saying anything. We wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for those ladies doing TikToks, doing interviews, posting stuff. So if you're talking social media, that's social media. Actually, you trying to play on our intelligence. She was
Mhm.
tense. She, whether her dress was too tight or not, she was gripping for dear life on his leg, singing
Walking back
nigga
Gripping.
and forth.
words, nigga words. Like, let's not play these games here. Let's not play. Ashley can sit up there and lie all she wants to and say that they had a conversation off screen and I knew everything. You guys didn't know. He didn't want to talk about it on camera. No, Ashley, you didn't know. You
Right.
didn't. Because if he would have told you in the pods that I had got a woman pregnant, that's my friend because she and her partner, she and her wife wanted to have a baby, that's one thing. If it was just as simple as you having sperm baby kids, you would have said it.
Mhm.
It
And
wouldn't
on
be a
top of
lie.
that, if it was, oh, I just felt God called me to do, since he's so proud of being the praying man that he is, show this pride, this God given gift that God has
Mhm.
given you. Like,
Because
please,
why
the over spiritualization from Tyler was so infuriating.
Praying
Manipulative.
every night and never pray for those kids, not once.
Oh,
talking about this
But you
past
praying
year has
every
been
night.
full of love and laughter. Are the
classic,
kids
classic.
laughing? Have the kids been laughing the
Matching
past year?
pajamas with no kids, just the dog.
They really
Crazy.
tried to play in our face, and he's also. You want to see pictures with me and all my friends' kids. Tyler, don't play
Right.
on our intelligence like that.
How you putting your friends' kids on the same level as your own flesh and blood? Like how? Those are your
There's
kids,
videos of
bro.
them calling him daddy.
Oh, you
I,
for
I
real?
I saw something that said he was involved, like took them for their first haircut, first day of school. Like he was in their lives. So when you think about it, and they show these clips at the reunion, and they're having Christmas or whatever, those kids last Christmas more than likely Tyler was with those kids. So the past Christmas they looking around like, where's our dad?
No, but you're
Where's
right,
our matching
Roxy.
pajamas? Like what?
Tyler was with those kids. Those kids. That's how
Those.
he sees it. Those
Those
kids.
kids over there.
Yeah.
Those. Those.
Yeah, I said they
Crazy.
gonna when they get older and they find him, they gonna jump him. And
As
they
they
need
should.
They
to.
very well might. And
Eat
I
him up.
fear for Ashley's mentality. I mean, I'm an unmarried woman, so listen, correct me, chat, or anybody else who's married. Um, the vision she has that marriage is like the pinnacle of life is a little sad for me. Like there's more to life than just marriage. And it seems
Right.
like to her, I got the ring. So who cares what it comes with? Who cares what you got to say? You don't have a ring. You've never
Mm-hmm.
had a ring. I got a ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That's sad.
And she said that she kind of has the mentality that Tyler is the best that she's gonna get, and she's like, I'm gonna just stick with this because it's not gonna get any better. And I don't think that that's the case. I understand that this is a different type of experience. Maybe she feel I don't know what she feels. I don't know what she's thinking, but clearly the last thing she's thinking about is him being a father to his kids. And if I was her, I would be afraid because if you have, and I said this, she better hope that if she has children with Tyler and things don't go right in their relationship, that 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, Tyler not in the next lady face calling Ashley and her kids those kids in that family. Because if he did it once,
Big facts.
he could do it to you too. He could do it to you too. So I'm not, I know sometimes we have the mentality like, oh, that's not going to happen to me. That was her. This is different. I'm a different person. But if Tyler isn't a different person, he's going to do the same thing. It's not going to make a difference who he's with. If he's the same person, it's not going to make a difference. So
I
She
think it
said
was
it's
in
a.
Chloe's video. She was like, look at how he's already treated his best friend. And he's out here,
right,
oh, Ashley's like
yes.
my best friend, my best friend. Look at how he treats his best friends.
Hmm.
I mean, she
He
said
sleeps
it's a
with them,
once
and
in a lifetime love, so
I
once in a
hope.
lifetime.
I guess.
Mercy.
Once
I mean,
in a lifetime.
I like you said, Tammy, if she likes it, we love it. Okay. And if you know what that means, then you know what that means.
Right. At
Very
the end of the day,
reckoners.
we can't be more upset than Ashley. That's what I was like.
Cannot.
We can't be more mad than her. She in it, so okay.
We
Nah.
truly can't. So if that's what she's on, that's what she's on.
Mhm. Georgia said, I think they love each other. I don't think there's ever been a question of loving.
Right. I think they love each
It's
other.
it's yeah, I absolutely think they love each other. I think that he loves that woman down because like he said, he's never experienced an unconditional love like this. I feel like this unconditional love clearly is conditional because you're selective about where you want to extend that love.
And even when he describes his love for Ashley, it's about how she serves him, right? That yes, she loves him unconditionally. She's always there for him and what she does for me. It wasn't really about who she is as a person. It it's very self-serving. It's very self-serving. And Tyler's lucky he found Ashley because I'm sure that all of the other women on that stage, maybe Marissa would have stayed. I don't know, but I'm Taylor wouldn't have stayed. Um, what's her Monica wouldn't have stayed.
Alex definitely would not have
Alex wouldn't have
stayed.
stayed. Hannah wouldn't have stayed. They would have been like, "Oh, you got how many kids? Okay, bye." They wouldn't have stayed. So he lucked up with Ashley in that sense.
Sad.
I wish I had the wah wah wah. That's it. I mean, I don't have like I told you, I've been over them since all the drama came out. It took away from the story.
It is.
It made you not want to watch any of their scenes because now it's like, girl, you look stupid. Then to find out that she claims to have known and still doesn't care. I mean,
You know.
From a social media standpoint, because let's be honest, everybody wants a platform from Love is Blind.
sure.
Do you think there's a way she can bounce back? And what would that way be?
If she
Yeah.
leaves him.
She can leave him and do a sob story about how I was trying to protect him and I didn't want to make another black man look like a statistic. And I was doing all of this behind the scenes. And I encouraged him to tell his story on screen and he didn't want to. And I did all this and I thought I could help him and I wanted to get their family back together. She can. A lot of us are going to side eye her initially, but she also has a lot of people championing her right now, too.
She would either have to leave him or be posted up with the kids, with the mom, like one big happy blended family. Like there's no in between. She can't stay with Tyler the way that it is, talking about and Tyler not being involved with his kids' life and her like being seen in a different way. She has to either leave Tyler or like do something with the kids, become involved with the family and the mom, and just be one big happy blended family. I think those are her only two options. But this, what she's doing is like, if her goal was to come here and become an influencer and be all of that, which she very well could have been. She's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
not
could have
it's
been.
it's not gonna happen if she just stays with Tyler and is like, my man, my man, my man. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and for Twisted Life, I was wishing annulment too, but annulment is only under extenuating circumstances, right? And the only thing that I think would have fell under annulment, what?
You can't have consummated the marriage. So
There's
since
that, and
they
there's also getting married
consummated, it
under
can't be
false
annulled.
pretenses.
Yeah.
But she has consummated the marriage and clearly admitted it wasn't under false pretenses. She knew everything. So ain't nothing getting annulled here.
And then apparently the way that Love is Blind works, you can't even get an annulment until
Holly.
I mean, that's a plot twist that I'm not mad at.
Holly is always Holly, we be laughing about some of the stuff you say way
Holly,
after
I'm
the
not
line.
mad at it.
We be in the
I'm
group
not
chat
mad.
cracking up at your comments, girl.
Holly.
I mean, that might be something. She could do that too.
Listen, I'd be here for it. Plot twist.
Thank you to Tamara. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. From
It's a
Canada.
super
From Canada,
trap. A?
A. Thank you to Tiffany. Character handing up. Look, I got so sick of hearing about that coffee.
Yeah.
The average coffee pot, Keurig, espresso machine, whatever, you can set it. It'll get going for you in the morning. If you want coffee at 7, set it for 6:55. When you come in the
No,
kitchen at 7,
Tammy.
you know what'll be there?
It's
Coffee.
only a good man who can give you coffee in the morning. Every morning, a good man. He's a good man.
Like, what is he? I almost
Good
never mind.
man.
I almost said something. Child,
I
you're
already-
so messy. Is he adding secret sauce to it? Like, what is going on?
Right.
Child.
Okay, let me stop. I'll say that later.
That's those kids they've been asking for. Okay.
For their dog. Nah, she took the dog.
Okay, according to the contracts. Oh no. Ooh, the chat is going
Yeah.
too fast. Okay, according to the contracts, she wouldn't be able to. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's still time, Ashley.
Still time, girl.
There's still
Please.
But
time.
she can't get an annulment. She would have to get a divorce. She wouldn't
It'd be a
able-
divorce.
Yeah, she would have to get a divorce.
Okay, y'all done with the riffraff?
Yeah, the only other issue I have with her is the dress, but
Not the issue being the dress. What was your issue with the dress?
You know, like it.
you know, like now seeing her stance, I'm just like, yeah, the spiders, it made you snaky.
It was a choice.
Yeah.
It was a choice.
It's like, wicked couple. Look at them, wicked.
And he. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say it because he embarrassed me. Okay, so now we get over to why am I not on screen? Ramses and
Marissa was
Marissa.
almost home free.
as a couple, I don't know why we got to the point that we got to. I don't know why we even made it as far as we did. Y'all disagreed on basically her character because he didn't like her being a part of the service. He doesn't like the military. He doesn't like the troops. He was very, very 10 toes down on that. Y'all didn't agree on religion. She didn't want a cis hetero man to marry them, no pastor, no preacher. She said God can take a back seat. I said, oh.
Sure can.
Ooh, I said, not up in my house. I had to swoosh that out of here. Oh my God. Like, I said, not in my Christian household. Not through my TV. My God. But like, they clearly didn't agree on that. He did not like her mother. I don't think she likes her own mother.
I think she needs her mother though.
Does she?
I think she
Yeah,
does.
because either of them seem to be like on opposite sides of the spectrum when it comes to love, and at least when they come together, they meet somewhere in the middle.
She embarrassed her mother at their reunion, and her mother had to sit there and look like a dun dun because you
That's
did
why
all
I
that.
was saying Marissa was home free. Why did she have to say she was the fucking that man?
Like, why would you say that? Why
And
you
not
didn't
Oh,
need to
even
know
during
that?
your segment. You are loud and stuff taken up for Delulu.
yeah, it
That's
was
what I
during
didn't
that part.
get. Like, she was so boisterous and she had so much to say, not in her own segment. And she issued a little buzz statement about it. And it's like, shut up.
What she said?
Talking about some.
While you pull that up, literally all the girlies were rallying behind her, saying, like, I've experienced that emotion. I feel for you, Marissa. I understand. I understand. And she was trying to tell the internet it wasn't begging, it's me fighting for love. And people were walking with her. Some people were side eyeing, but still walking with her. Just for her to say in an interview, I begged him for like 2 months. And he still said no.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Marissa, not my Aries sister, girl.
I mean, Tyler is a Libra,
Oh.
so we didn't have the best showing.
Any
Just,
Sages? I think the Sages are home free.
Yeah,
I
think we had
don't
any
believe
Sag.
you guys were represented.
No.
Love it.
Consider yourself lucky because
And Chloe is a Virgo. She not here, but Tim is a Virgo. So
and look at
Yeah.
kudos to
that.
him.
Boring. Like I said, boring.
Whew.
I gotta find it later. But Marissa was saying how
What is it you're looking for? I'll look for it for you.
Marissa's statement. So she put up like an Instagram story post, but
Okay.
she was basically saying that I saw it on Threads. So, but she was saying that she didn't have to be loud and do too much in conversation during her segment because her and Ramses had so many conversations since their breakup that there was nothing more to say. But even though, oh my gosh, even though someone says mean things sometimes, aka Delulu, that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. And that does not mean that she had not talked to her about being mean and held her accountable. It just wasn't in the edit. I said, well, look at there. It's amazing the things that are left on the cutting room floor.
That pissed me off. Even Ashley said she wasn't on screen, but it was Ashley's voice when Marissa was saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I know that Hannah, she can be a lot sometimes. She's rude. She's been rude to me." Ashley was like, "Yeah, I've had to check Hannah too."
Oh, I missed that.
I
So
didn't. I
Ashley
didn't.
said she wasn't on camera, but that was Ashley's voice. She said, "Yeah, I've had to check Hannah too." So Hannah just be talking to y'all crazy.
And y'all just let it run.
And y'all be like, "That's my best friend. That's my best friend." Okay.
She'd have had a rude awakening with me. It'd have been
I
a
said
misunderstanding.
put her on Real Housewives of Atlanta, put her on Real Housewives of New Jersey, put her on Real Housewives of Potomac. They're gonna get her together. All that. I'm just direct. I'm just
Photo
direct.
Mac.
I'm just
Photo
direct.
Mac.
They will get her together real quick. I want to see how direct she is when she has people giving her that same, even more energy.
Hell, I think they would
She'll
have
calm
checked her
down.
ass in on Summer House. Any show with more cans than not, she wouldn't have lasted. Because who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? So, here's the thing. I still stand very firm on what I said in my recap for episode 12. I give Ramses credit for not taking her to the altar and embarrassing her. And I know people say that, no, that's wrong. You're giving him a pass. It's not a pass. We have seen horrific scenes where these people get to the altar because they would have let Marissa say it first. And she would have said, yes, and I love you, and you're my everything, and you're the corn to my cob. Okay? She would have been 10 toes down for him to turn around and say, your energy is too much. I have doubts, and girl, you want to use condoms and I don't. And he would have embarrassed her, and we would have
Yeah.
got a scene like we did season one. What's her name? Giannia, her, when she went
Yeah.
running out of the
Running.
church and down the hill and fell and rolled and got dirty.
Not
Oh,
rolled.
she rolled. Definitely rolled. Or we would have got a Cole and Xanab, which
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh, she was so nasty at the freaking altar.
I
I'm
didn't have a
happy that I'm happy that he did it. That he did it before the wedding, because that it would have been horrible if that scene, the scene that we did see after the break, she was torn up. Imagine at the wedding. I think her mom probably would have decked him in the throat if he did that to her at the altar. She probably would have. I'm
I need
happy that he
Marissa to
warned
open her
her
freaking
before.
eyes though. Like, why couldn't you see it for yourself that there were
Yes.
too many issues?
because she wanted to be married, and that's all she cared about. She wanted to be married.
Again, sad. You should look at your
Yeah.
mom as an example. Like, how many times has she gone into something and it failed for
At
you to
least
realize
four.
this is a deeper decision than just, was it four?
She got four kids. So,
Oh, right. She did. Oh,
and they all got different fathers.
the point is, you see that choosing a partner is a big deal and you can't just go off of vibes.
Marissa was willing to overlook so much. You are a military brat, right? That went into the service as an adult, that you feel the service is in you. That, like, I have friends that are military brats. Like, they go to the service. Even if they come out of it on the other end, that's still a part of you. That's a big part of your life. You served. But I knew Marissa
Yeah.
was naive when she was mystified and mortified that she was going to have to maybe unalive somebody during her time in the service. And it's like,
What you thought you was here for?
It's the
we're
it's
not
the being
playing
with a Trump
Battleship.
supporter and only realizing 3 years in that, oh, maybe fundamentally
Right.
we disagree. It took you 3 years. Marissa, girl,
Marissa,
come
Marissa
on.
is she's a people pleaser, and I do think that that stems from her mom because her mom is so like, so I
Yeah.
feel like Marissa will just morph into whatever, not to rock the boat, not to cause any arguments, and I feel like that a part of that stems from her mom as well, and it shows with her relationships. When Ramses was telling her that she was too much, she was like, "Oh, maybe I am too much. Like sometimes I do need to calm down." If if they both said yes, which I don't think Ramses would have, but if they both said yes at the altar and we saw Marissa a year later, she would be a completely different person.
Yeah.
That
Oh
bubbly
yeah.
person, she would be a completely different person. She'd be like, remember how what was that? Remember that couple, Matt and the other girl? I'm a ballerina. I'm a ballerina.
Colleen.
Pauline.
Colleen. Remember how like when we would see them, people would be like, is she okay? That's how
Mm-hmm.
it would be a complete 180.
I
And
hope
she would
she's
have
doing well.
to because Ramses told her she's too much and she would change. I'm surprised those two are still together. Bring them back.
I'm
Because
not
Matt,
surprised. I I hope she's doing well.
I hope she's doing well too, for
Because
real.
they were like really
I'm
on
scared.
some, we need to be sending somebody to do a wellness check. And like not even in a funny way. Like it was uncomfortable to watch some of their scenes.
Yeah.
I can't find this damn statement.
Well, I'm gonna find it later, then I'll send it to you guys. But yeah, Ramses looked defeated the entire time.
He was just there so he don't get fined.
Literally. But he got rid of his coming to America, so I wonder why he got rid of it. Those are the questions that we need the host to ask. Where your hair go?
Fucks.
Because I would have asked, like, you've been growing them two little locks for how long?
No, but
Why they
he's done
going?
the short hair thing before. Hold on, I have a picture. And he looked good with short hair. Let me
Yeah.
find
I
it.
liked
I
his
remember
Michael
the picture.
Jackson, his half shave, his Cassie. I liked his Michael.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that picture.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a little baby there.
Yeah,
Little baby Rams.
he looks good with short hair. Keep that. Or if you're gonna lock it all. What the hell is a two?
His coming to America. That's why I would like to know what is the significance of this. Why did you do it? Why did you
Is
get
it
rid of
similar
it?
to like sometimes in some African countries, like the royal people, they'll grow out their pinky finger, their pinky nail? Is it like that?
The powder
I don't
nail?
know.
Okay, it's not a powder nail over there. Like, anyways, all the best to Marissa, girl, stand up, sister.
I do hope that Marissa has learned a lot from this and like she sees the red flags for herself. It shouldn't have taken Ramses to say like we're not compatible. She even though Ramses was because she kept saying, oh, he kept telling me that he wants to be with me and we're good. Okay, that's cool. But she should have still been able to like identify certain things that they are just not ever gonna see eye to eye on ever. And I had said, imagine if they got together and Marissa, she got her uniform, she got her pictures, her medals or whatever, and she want to hang them around the house. What Ramses gonna say?
Don't kill me.
What he gonna? Oh, I don't want those in the house. I don't like. It just it wouldn't work for so many reasons. And like Tammy said, he gonna be using her eyeliner. Like it's just not gonna work. It's
All
not.
up in
It's
the
not gonna work.
eyeliner. And that's
It's not gonna work.
unsanitary to share. So
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
I feel like you knew her energy was too much back then. You knew
They
her
have
energy was too much in the pods. She
right.
But
got
they like that. They like to feed off of freaking hell. Like I've seen it so many times with my girlfriends, with myself. They love that energy in the beginning. All of a sudden, it's then overwhelming, and it's like I don't know. I do think that some guys. I don't know if this is Ramses himself, but I do think that some guys get a kick out of demoralizing women, and it's the strangest thing. It's honestly the strangest thing. Marissa. Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing though, like in marriages, that is a reality for a lot of people. Sometimes they will go through a season of plenty of rough years and come out on the other side. So I don't think that's a bad mentality to have, but seeing how passive she is, she'll need to be staying in something for 5 years knowing that it's going down the drain.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything she made a post on Instagram one day ago. It's still on there.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Maybe
Ramses
I'm
broke bro code to be in public's favor, including Steven. Nick became oh, yeah, we'll be there next.
Oh, here it is. Oh wow, we're dumb.
Where were y'all looking?
I put it in the
I
group
was on
chat. I
threads.
was,
Oh,
yeah, I was looking on Reddit. Do you want me to read it?
Sure, go right ahead.
She says, I show up every day as my authentic self. I make mistakes, say the wrong thing, and sometimes stand by those who may not deserve it because authenticity matters more to me than curating an image. At the reunion, I came without resentment towards Ramses or anyone else. You sure about that? For those who expected me to go off, know that I will always handle things my way. We've had many conversations since our breakup, and I wish him well. As for Nick and Hannah, I've never justified her treatment of him. Watching the season, I was as surprised as anyone. On stage, I addressed a specific comment Nick made about her, a fact I know firsthand. Nick's dishonesty doesn't excuse Hannah's verbal abuse. Those are two separate issues. When her behavior was raised, I told her she was wrong, something I've done privately in interviews and on stage. I don't control the final edit and won't be blamed for others' silence. I'm no bully. I simply said what others wouldn't on camera.
people said she was being a bully.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess. But you know, the Love is Blind people, they be. Ooh,
That was
Love is Blind viewership can be a little sensitive. A smidge.
I mean, I did lean back in my seat when she started, getting buck. I was like, where was this energy before? But I didn't see it as like bullying
I don't
Nick.
think she was
No, I
bullying. I
didn't see
just
it as
felt
bullying either.
not your place. It's not your
Right,
fight.
right, right.
So we can move on over. Jesus. So
These people are so.
should have got that leather coat. So Delulu. My issue with Hannah is why can't you say sorry? I cannot stand a person that knows that they were wrong, that knows that they did too much, but you have too much pride and your self esteem is so far down there that you can't even just say sorry. Nick and Vanessa all but say, damn girl, say sorry. All you had to say was
I'm just
Nick,
blunt. I'm
I'm
just
just so blunt and
real.
I'm
I'm just
direct
so
and that's just how
blunt.
I know. But see,
I'm direct, Nick.
I clocked her
Nick.
during the cast reveal when she was saying that
Mhm.
I'm just a direct person. And those are always the same people that say that I'm just direct and I'm very blunt and I just say things and I do it with love. I do it with
Tim
love.
said he was direct too in his little bio.
He did.
Hmm. It be them.
Tim and his blush will hear from me later.
It wasn't blush, guys,
Tim had blush
please.
on.
It wasn't
Tim
blush.
had
I didn't even notice. Was
It
it because
wasn't. When he
Tim
would
had a
turn his face, it
nasty nose
stop
on.
it. It wasn't
said a
But
nasty dog?
the thing with Hannah is and Nick is still being gracious to her. Nick was still like, I think people
that
are
was
too.
performative.
But he's playing a role though.
He
Yes.
is, but he's doing it better than Hannah is.
Yeah,
Nick's role of I'm just gonna be the nice person and whatever, it's a better role to play than I'm blunt and I'm direct and I'm that bitch and I'm gonna pop my shit and y'all gonna deal with it. Because then when they asked her, how do you feel about yourself? I think I
right,
think I love myself. Go see the lady. Go
right.
lay on her couch 2 to 3 times a week. Because there's something going on if you can't honestly say that you love yourself, which is sad, right? Very
It's
unfortunate to hear anybody say that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that doesn't give you a reason to lash out. Nick said you were ugly. You talked about his looks too, Hannah. So what is the difference?
And on top of that, Nick said you were ugly and you stayed.
Right.
Stayed.
And you want to
Stayed.
clown him, being like, oh, well, he came for clout or whatever. You knew he called you a grenade. He called you ugly. He called you a 5, whatever. And you stayed. Sister, same. Sorry.
So y'all were both trying to get more camera time. Y'all were here for the same reasons. Hannah quit her job to be here. She really think we believe that she came here for love. She came here to be an influencer. So her opening Nick's little notebook and seeing that he wanted to be a famous person on Love is Blind. Okay, so did you.
And I kind of feel like, why are you in his notebook? If you're packing up stuff because y'all are getting ready to break up, I have never been at somebody's house and said, ooh, a notebook. Let me open it. What are you opening it for? What are you looking for?
And Nick did lie. Nick was saying that he could cook, right? I don't think that Nick was ready to be a husband. It was like basic things that he was not able to do. So
He
I'm
can
gonna get
cook,
that.
Roxy. He just needs to know what level the water's gotta be at, and then what temperature you gotta put the
Whatever.
stove.
Listen,
And then like whatever,
if
like
Hannah,
he could cook.
if Hannah got with Nick, she would have. Well, she acts like she would be able to re-raise him. If another woman got with Nick, she would
She's
have to re-raise Nick and teach him a lot of things. That would be very frustrating, right? But Hannah, if you knew that, why did you stay? And then to find out
Mhm.
on top of that, you know that this man said you was ugly and you still stayed and making lists, making bullet points and oh Nick, I don't like you doing this, Nick. I don't. So why you wanted extra camera time? You came here for fame too. And I wish that Nick at the end of the season, he bucked up a little bit, but I kind of wish he did buck up at that reunion too. But Nick is obviously immature as well because why did 50 people on the stage have to say that you called her ugly before you were able to
Yeah,
say, okay, yeah, I called her
yeah.
ugly? I was like, okay,
No,
well,
for
damn, Nick.
real. I kind of do wish that Hannah took the approach when expressing her frustration with his immaturity, took the approach that Katie did. But I will say, when you are in the situation, it is so much harder to have grace in the way that Katie did when talking to him. But even still, there's a way to share your frustration without berating, belittling. Like, Hannah, girl, you are 26. You're old enough to know better. She must be 27 by now. You're old enough to know better. The way that you treat people is absolutely a reflection of yourself. Seek help. It's a problem. It's a problem. Like, being a bitch is not a flex. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
I want to address this comment. We got to stop thinking like this. In this economy, you cannot just find another job. You can't, degree or not. There are people that have masters that are having trouble finding jobs.
Final word. Yep.
That's not that's and I don't even know what NBD means.
No big deal.
God bless you. So I don't
I, 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 I hear what you're saying. I don't know. Maybe it's a my generation thing because I'm notorious for quitting a job. I can't lie to you guys. Like,
I have a degree and I do not believe that if I quit my job, if I go in Monday and I quit my job, I'm not confident that I'll be able to find a job very quickly.
yeah, it's not just a pickup and whatever thing. All I'm saying is I'm known to quit a job. I am. So on that front, I was kind of like,
Saying
I'm not mad at Hannah for quitting her job, but don't come on here and act like you really came on here for love. That's
Jimmy,
crazy.
hey Jimmy. Jimmy said that Hannah needed that 14.62 an hour. So that's why she said
Right? Because they make up to 8K for the whole season, right? They don't.
it's a stipend. It's not a. It's
Yeah.
these people got to stop thinking that they're gonna get some kind of financial come up going on these reality shows.
Yeah.
You are contracted. You're not an employee, sweetheart. Give it
Tia
up.
and Otis. She looked like she dressed secondhand because there's nothing wrong with thrifting, but in a bad way. It was that leather coat. Once we saw it, we couldn't unsee it because she kept wearing it too. So
She did keep wearing it. She wore it at the Friends thing too. I was like, you love this coat.
with
I
Love
wasn't
it.
mad at the coat. I was mad that she cooked in the coat. Why are you cooking in your outside clothes,
You gotta give them
sis?
a look, Rocks. Gotta give them a
Oh,
look.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And honestly, with Hannah, you saw the energy that she gave. The energy that she gave Katie was not the same. Hannah Hannah is intimidated by Katie, and you see how she acts with people who she's intimidated by. She copped the plea immediately. Oh, that's not what I meant. I just said it because Nick. I just said that girl was like, "Oh, your man look good, girl. Your man look good." They had a conversation that you were clearly upset about. You took it out on Nick because he's your little punching bag. But when it came to Katie, you weren't even able to say like, yeah, I didn't really like the conversation, or it made me feel some type of way. She's like, oh no, girl, I didn't like immediately cop the plea. So you're
I
direct with who you want to be direct with. She know who to play with. She know who to play with.
Yeah, I think it's in part the intimidation, but also because she knew she could catch what's his name? What's his name, Lord? Oh, what's his name, guys?
Nick.
I'm looking right at him. Nick, God of
Nick.
mercy. She could catch Nick in a lie, whereas with Katie, she was the one who was caught in a situation, right? So yeah, I do think the intimidation thing plays a part. I also think it's like if she feels like she has ammo on somebody, then she will drive the point home like, I'm gonna make you look as bad as possible. Whereas when she was the one who clearly looked bad, it was like, oh girl, come on, like girl, come on, you know me, girl, come on. And shout out Vanessa. Vanessa was like, but she made you feel like shit for a year though. Just remember
Right.
that.
Mama
Right.
Tongue Ring was not playing, and I feel her
Mhm.
because don't let her get off that easily. Because there was Hannah, you took Katie. Katie hadn't even come in and got a drink yet, and you were grabbing her to take her over by Nick. You wanted something to happen so you could have a reason to act a fool.
Yeah.
No BD is no baby daddy, apparently.
Oh, oh. You said we
Oh,
said
I
no
thought it
big
was
deal.
no big deal.
I'm an old millennial, so I can't do all these
You gotta
acronyms.
type the words out, baby. You gotta type them
And I'm
out.
a
We don't
young
know
one
what.
and I still don't know them, honestly.
Spell it all the way out for me.
The one
You
that
were
gets me
mad.
every time is ICL. I'm like, what does that mean? What is that?
ICL.
What is
Yeah.
that?
I think
And
it's I
wait, hold
can't
on,
lie.
wait, don't say it. Do you
I
know what it means?
I can't lie.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
that
it's I
makes
can't lie.
See,
okay.
I
Okay,
don't
but what
even
about ASL?
age,
Age,
sex,
sex,
location.
location.
No, baby.
Yes,
This
it
is
We just
is.
not.
we just named ourselves
This is
OD.
this is not. This is not my space. Okay, I'm talking about TikTok language.
That's
ASL.
in chat. That's instant messenger when I had my little
No,
sidekick and we
no.
was chatting on a sidekick.
ASL means something different in
What it mean
2024.
now? What does it mean? Queen
Apparently, it means
always
as
make
hell.
it means what?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
as
didn't know
hell.
it
Oh,
either.
okay, yeah, yeah. I know that. I know that. I've
I
seen
didn't
As
that
know it either. I was
hell.
like, what are they saying?
Why
yeah.
Me,
would that mean
ASL
as
means
hell?
American Sign Language. That's what it means to me.
Why would that mean as hell?
Like as
SL,
hell, like a
SL.
s hell, as hell, as l
I
hell.
Listen,
regret
it's the kitties.
asking.
It's the kitties. I don't know.
I was gonna say something about Hannah. I can't remember what I was gonna
Katie was
Oh,
her
I'm so
best
sorry.
friend, and now Marissa is her best friend. So who were the two heifers that we met?
say.
Her
Were
best
they not her
friends in the
best
whole wide
friends?
world.
Everybody Hannah best friend.
Tyler's her best friend. Ashley's her best friend. We all best friends.
So this is when I think the conversation does go too long, where they're trying to get Nick to admit to calling her ugly. I don't know why he just didn't say, "Yeah, I said you ugly," and what? That's
He was
like
trying to ride that good guy for as long as possible.
I would have just been like, "Yeah, I called you ugly."
Right.
She's not ugly
Especially
though, but she's not
especially with all the
ugly.
shit she spoke about him. Like he could have said it differently. Like he could have said it a little differently,
Yeah.
but
I think
it
it's
shouldn't
real
have
to say
taken
I was underwhelmed by someone's appearance or whatever. Saying grenade is harsh, especially if you're then going to turn around and be like, oh, she's exactly what I thought she would look like. She's beautiful. She's what, like, bro,
I
come on.
also don't know why Hannah brought that up.
Because that's what I'm saying. When she feels like she has a one up on somebody, she's going to prove the
moment.
point that she's going to drive that point home. Like, well, I caught you. I caught you.
Did you
And
see
then
her face when Nick was like explaining the notebook thing and he was talking about the date? She was like,
Exactly. And then went and posted it, or I guess reposted it. Like, she loves to prove, look, I got you. I caught
Mhm.
you.
that was her
That's her
moment.
thing.
She
What a
thought she ate. I
weirdo.
was like, girl, you here for the same thing. Like, next.
so then it turns into everybody ganging up on Nick. Well, loosely. But then Alex pipes up, and then Monica pipes up, and then Steven said, "To hell with bro code. Yeah, you said the shit." And I'm like, Steven.
You know what who Steven made me think of? Remember that the Tyler Perry movie when they was all at the dinner table and Angela
Why
was
did I
like
get married?
and
Boom.
and his tea got spilled, so he just started telling on everybody. He was like, "Oh, you got your tubes tied. You had a
You got a DNA test on the
you had a
baby.
DNA." He just let it rip. Steven was like, "Yup." He like, "I'm not gonna be the only one out here looking crazy." Steven didn't give it. I laughed out loud when Steven.
Oh my
I was cracking up. Steven, I was like, "Okay, Steven." He was like,
It
"Yeah." They
was
was like, "Steven, did he say that?" Steven was like, "Yeah."
sure did.
Yeah,
And
he
did.
did.
Then you have Ramses, this is the time. Ramses, I don't know if you guys have seen Inside Out. He looked like ennui, just like, oh, guys, please, can we just end this? Like,
He was over it.
please, Nick, just just speak. This is dumb. Send
So-
that man Ramses home. He wanted to go home.
But then Garrett was like, "This is childish. Shut up. This is the most
up.
exciting part of the reunion so far.
That's me, right.
We finally getting a
But-
little bit
but-
of something."
But he want to talk about his bass fishing. That's what you want to talk about. But when we get into real tea, you talking about, oh, I don't want to talk about this. Like,
But here's the
no,
thing
just
too, though, Because he's all like, oh, this is immature, whatever. But then he's the same one who turned to Nick and was like, you have so much patience and you're adding to the conversation, are you not? But now it's immature?
Garrett said,
Please.
"You better than me, cause I'd have cussed that heifer out." That's what he was
That's
saying.
pretty much what he said. Yeah,
You
that's what
better
he
than
was.
me, cause we would have been toe to toe. Hannah knows who to play with. Just like
Yeah.
Marissa was saying that she knows that Hannah's mean because she's been mean to me. Marissa's mother was so disappointed, and so was I.
She was disappointed every 15 minutes. Like, bro, what?
Her face, she was like,
Because
she was
then,
like,
because then Nick is like, so why was she trying to kick it with me if I'm so bad? Because I slept with him, and I said, Lord. So then Ramses is like,
this is like, I thought our
Ramses
segment
wanted
was
to
over, girl. Shut
die.
up.
and
Poor
then her
guy.
mother is embarrassed. Like, oh, I felt for Mama Tongue Ring because here she is fighting for you, talking about how you were broken and a shell of a person, all for you to come and just undo. Just kick the chair from underneath her and say, well, I was still, humping them, so it's okay.
I don't even know if Mama Tongue. Now you got me calling her Mama Tongue Ring Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if Vanessa knew
Is that her
that
name?
Marissa went back to beg.
She didn't. She couldn't have.
Not just the sleeping with each other, but like you come to comfort your daughter. Oh, it's okay. We got it, sis. Just for her to be like, no, but like, do you want me back? Like, could we work it out? Could we?
Then you letting Delulu talk to you crazy? I know she's thinking, who did I raise? Because this is not my child. You're begging off for coming to America, and you letting Delulu run down on you? Please. Please. No. No, ma'am. Marissa, shut up.
She can't
Shut
be
up.
married. I'm so disappointed.
Alyssa, she just wanted to be D down. Like, that part, okay, cool. But
But then
begging.
keep it.
How you go from a
yourself.
fiance to a situationship, girl?
And one that he's embarrassed to say, because he didn't say, yeah, we've still been. He was looking like that Marge meme where she's like, oh, and they're throwing the hot dogs at her. That was him. That was me too.
What do you guys think about Rams's ex-wife getting married around that same time? I feel like whoever he would have been with, it never would have worked because it seems like he still had a tie to her in some way.
It was weird to me when she asked him if he was inviting his Guyanese family, and he was like, no, because they're still close with my ex. Like when they were on the
Yeah.
boat. And I'm like, why? But that made me feel like his family might have taken the ex's side, because in the pods, Ramses was like, the reason why they broke up was because of their religion. But at the tux fitting, he was saying, I've learned from the mistakes I made in my previous marriage, and I think I'll be a better husband. They didn't just break up because of religious differences. Like,
But
they didn't break at all. At all. But I do think that has something to do with why he broke up with Marissa. I don't think Ramses really came here like for love. I think he came here to, like, I don't know, start a hair care line or something. I don't think he came here
not
for
a hair care line.
for love. I don't.
But he said it was just his Guyanese family, though. So is he?
I think he's probably he's Guyanese in something, I guess, or
Okay.
maybe he's all Guyanese. 'Cause she said
Venezuelan.
they're Guyanese family, so maybe one side is Guyanese and the other side.
Yeah,
And
'Cause his
Venezuelan.
father, yes, Venezuelan, Guyanese, and Venezuelan.
yeah, because he just said his Guyanese family wasn't coming.
Yeah.
And Ramsey's like, for somebody who claims to be so in tune with like who he is, breaking the mold of masculinity and stuff, he said he didn't realize how much a divorce, mind you, weren't they together for like 7 years? He didn't realize how much the divorce affected her. And then at the reunion, he said he didn't realize how much the breakup broke Marissa. I'm like, okay, like, are you good? You just think you can cut ties with people whenever you feel like it and they will just walk away, no feelings hurt. Maybe not no feelings hurt, but the way that he's consistently shocked at like, oh man, I really hurt that person. That's concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lack of emotional intelligence and awareness.
Bruh.
It's interesting to not think that somebody would be hurt after a divorce. It's interesting for sure. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we never see Nick or Delulu ever again.
Hopefully.
I
Next up, we have this, which I just
Oh
can't
Lord, I forgot about them. Freaky
can't say
Frog.
that I truly cared about either.
not really.
No, why was he
Um,
so red?
Yeah,
he
he
was
was.
hot because he had on a velvet blazer underneath all them damn lights.
And I'm just realizing he had a turtleneck too. I didn't even peep. It was a turtleneck.
Um,
Steven was speeding to speak just to say
Oh
nothing.
yeah. Oh
Just to
yeah.
say nothing.
oh yeah, he wanted some camera time. He was like, it's not on me enough. Like,
Meaning. They was talking. Leo was talking about the meat and pasta. He's like, "Oh, I'd love to be what he said. Treated like a piece of meat. No, simmer
Yeah.
down. No one is speaking. It's not your turn. It's not your turn."
I will say I did agree with Steven to this one point. When they wanted him to explain the text messages and explain what happened, when he said, "What's the point? Nobody's going to believe me and nobody cares." I raised my hand because I don't care and I don't believe you.
I don't believe him, but I still want to know what them text said. I want to know how.
Yeah,
I want
He
to know.
lied
I
because he
wanna know.
said that I don't delete text message threads. But then
but I
said,
deleted
don't
that
have the
one.
messages. I deleted it. So do you keep your text message threads or do you delete them? I personally do not delete text messages. I have texts going back to 2013 because the next time you talk to me about something crazy, I want to be able to hold it up and say, well, actually, on this day in 2013, you said this. I don't delete text message threads at all
Me either.
I
I like to
don't
hit
either.
people with the "this you."
I
Yeah.
deleted
because
them.
I will screenshot it.
I keep
I will
mine.
screenshot it and send it
But I
right back
agree
to
with
you.
you, Tammy. I would have liked for him to be like, there's no point in me explaining because nobody cares to listen, nor will they listen to understand. But then he went into his whole spark, and I read the books. And I've done the therapy, and I've pled with my parents, and I wrote a letter, and it shut. Ah!
And Monica
Oh my
clowned him
gosh, that
too.
nigga can talk.
Yeah, he can. And it was a joke to
Jeez.
him too because he was like, "Oh, I deleted them, but they were juicy though." Like, is this funny? Is this funny to you?
After
Clearly,
he
And
just
and and
crashed
I
out
only
on
talked to her for that
Instagram.
first time, but she told me about her heart
heart
thing, and then
condition.
we just jumped into fetishes. But like I've never talked to her before, and I deleted it. But she's a longtime friend. But huh? What?
I want to know how it went from I got a heart condition, but I also like I don't know sticking a carrot up my butt. Like how do we go
Like how
from
we get here?
how does it go there? Because if I'm texting somebody and they start talking to me about something wild, it's gonna be what is you on?
Girl.
How did we get here?
And why did you have to indulge the fetish conversation? You just had to?
Because Monica
No.
wouldn't give him sex no more. Because remember, he
No
didn't give her
butt
flowers.
sex.
He didn't buy her flowers. She withheld sex. He embarrassed her because he didn't want to watch the fireworks. She withheld
I don't know
sex.
why she didn't just warm up a bowl of mac and cheese.
Right? Since he could stick it to anything, he says, bring him some fruits and stuff.
Make a
Don't go-
cake,
no.
shape it in a little booty.
Not in a booty.
But even after they broke up, Monica was trying to keep in contact with Steven too. Wasn't she
She did.
checking up
She
on
said that.
him and
Because she
like
said
why?
he's not a bad person. And I'm like,
Okay. Uh,
No, what kind of phone storage? The cloud.
oh, I pay for extra storage. Got to keep
$9.99.
my things safe.
Yeah, put it in the cloud.
Okay. Now, where did this come from, Stephanie? Reminds me when I was 5 and I punched my sister in the face. She started crying and I started crying because I didn't mean to make her cry. Stephanie?
Aw.
I think we came in the middle of a conversation, so I'm going to let you go back with that because we keep our hands to ourselves,
I
Stephanie.
like how direct Monica is. Monica must thank Steven that things turned out the way that it did for him because y'all want to say direct, she was rude as well.
Oh, Monica was
She was
dead ass
rude.
rude. After Monica told
So
him to stop talking, to just stare at him and keep eating her chips, to just say, "Gosh, it's rude. I want to talk too." Then she's quiet
And then she wanted to talk about
to
a different
gossip,
couple. Yeah. I was like,
yeah,
and
shut
then
up so I can sip
Steven,
tea.
Steven, please, like, I need to get a word in. Like, and then he's like, okay, I'm sorry. I felt so bad for him in that episode, but that was short lived. That was short lived. Yeah, you didn't, Queen. You did it. I remember you didn't. That was short
Because
lived.
every time he would talk, even when sometimes it seemed like he was making sense, you could just tell like he's a BSer. Like he just is a BSer. And I was like, I'm sorry. I would get annoyed with this too. Now I wouldn't say it the way that she did. And yeah, some people might say whatever, she's direct. She came off rude a lot of the time. Even like, oh, I'm just gonna get up and walk away from you talking because now you're pissing me off. Like Monica Monica got off easy
She
because of
did.
the way that Steven ended up being portrayed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
um, I saw a thumbnail that said Alex was the black Hannah, and I think it would be more Monica.
Right.
I mean, saying black Hannah is not
Wow. That's
okay.
when I
Yeah,
said that, I was like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
It's not okay. But I think I would liken Monica to Hannah more so than Alex.
for
And
sure.
they're both proud of how they acted based on their social media. So
I think everybody on this show was proud of how they behaved, which is the interesting part. Nobody
that is
seems
sad.
remorseful about anything.
Maybe Rams is because he's been on mute.
Yeah, I don't. I I I think
This
he's
is weird.
more scared
Yeah.
than anything. I would be if I was
I'll
him.
take that. I'll take fear. I'll take it. Some of these other people need to be scared too. Now they're out here windmilling trying to prove a point. Like, no, guys, no. But look at my just shh.
Just take it.
It's like when Chrisette Michelle was like my Basquiat. That's why
He
I,
did the Trump thing. Oh Lord.
yeah, that's what it's giving. But anything else on Stephen and Shamanica?
No. What
I
Shamanica?
think Steven, right, should go back to his day job. I don't think anything's gonna pop off from being on this show. Quit
I don't
crashing
care.
out and live your best life with your dog.
I would like to talk about the crashing out at the end because I don't think these people understand what a crash out is, but they definitely are.
Mm.
And then finally we have
Hmm.
I'm gonna say it. Okay. I'm gonna
What?
say it.
I'm scared.
I'm gonna say it. Tim is a low ass bitch. He is. He is. And this is why. It has nothing to do with him being emotional. It has nothing to do with his blush. It has nothing to do with him being on the verge of tears. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the way that Tim has carried himself, right? Tim sat up there when he broke up with her and said, I think we both can agree I don't ever have to see you again. Right?
Something had to be said before that though.
It must
Because
have. It
yeah, it had to
maybe,
be.
maybe. But then we get to the reunion and he is saying, what did I ever do to you? What did I ever say to you?
Hate that. Hate that.
Tim, this
Yeah, hated that too.
the third time he did that, I would have lost it. I would have lost.
I'm just
Like,
trying to I'm just trying to love you. I'm just trying to love you. You women say you want to be taken seriously. And here I
oh,
am just trying to love you. I'm
that
a
you
good
women,
man.
that you women. I was like, it's giving kind of
Okay.
podcast. Like you be in the clouds, listening to a bunch of misogynistic foolishness. You women want people to love. What is? I felt a way about the you women. Like, what's that supposed to mean? What
It
that's supposed
gave
to
you
be?
people, to be
Right.
real. It gave you people, which I don't appreciate. So the thing is, the issue is the nap, right? That's the hot button issue. He didn't care that her place was dirty. I cared, but he didn't care that her place was dirty. I had people say that, he didn't like the fact that she was always eating, whatever the case.
Where did they
This
even?
nap, I asked somebody count the number of times that person still has not responded back.
Some of y'all's fat phobia is insane.
Right.
I'm baffled by how you don't even see it. It's crazy.
So Alex said, and what I think people are missing is that every time Alex said 90% of stuff that happened, Tim agreed. Tim didn't say she was lying. Alex said, look, we were with your parents, we went to lunch, we were together for 4 to 5 hours until 6 or 7 o'clock at night. I had to work at 9. I took a nap. He shook his head yes. He then said, but you came home at 4. She didn't tell y'all about that. Now, maybe it's me. 4 a.m. and wanting a nap at 7?
Yeah, that's a long day.
It's not
And on top of that
crazy.
too, he got the days mixed up. She's like, I didn't not stay out, but it was the night before we met with yours.
So he would agree. He never said you're lying. She said we talked to your parents for 4 to 5 hours. He did. He said yes. He shook his head yes. Crossed his legs, turned his back very assertively.
Sassy. Oh,
Sure, I'll say it. Turned very sassily, crossed his legs, and looked the other way. He never said she was lying about anything.
When
At,
Tim retells a
no, he did
story
say she
with
was lying about certain stuff.
with
but
his truth,
but
he
not
be
that
lying though.
day. But not that day that the audience has taken and run with. Tim made it seem as if they were sitting on the couch and her mother is talking about something important in the family with the photo
She just
book
knocked
out
out.
and she just fell over and went to sleep. And that's not what happened.
Yeah.
And I think the
And
fact that
even
he kept saying it made all of this kick off on social media.
and even when he was breaking up with her, he said, "My parents came and you slept for the whole day."
In that scene, she
Yeah.
clarified that's not true. And then he
And
was
he's like,
like,
"Well, that's my truth." No. No.
This my truth
Was it an
business.
hour
Stop with
or was it
that.
all day? This my truth. Every time he tells his truth, it's something different. When and even in the breakup scene, when he was like, "Oh, I couldn't. You didn't speak to me all day." She's like, "Yo, we spoke 3 times." Oh well, that's my truth. Okay, well, what land you live in? What land you live in? Because you just be making up stuff. Time don't matter. Numbers don't matter. He just like nothing matters.
The grace that I will give him though is that they both could have communicated more. Like Alex, um, if you're just starting to date somebody and they seem to be like distant all of a sudden, you're left to believe that maybe you did something, right? So she could have said, hey, you know what I'm going through with my parents. I just need a moment. Now it sounds, because he said, I knew it had something to do with her. It sounds like he knew. So it's like, okay, so if you have that knowledge, leave her alone, right? Like, yeah, she's not telling you explicitly what it is, but you understand something's amiss. Leave her alone. Even with the whole communication thing that he was complaining about after, I do think that they both have different communication styles. He wants a check in all day, every day. She's a, if you understand, there's no point for me to reiterate it. And they end up bumping heads. But like Tim with his whole, I'm just trying to love you, I'm just trying to whatever, learn how she needs to be loved and stop imposing the way that you want to be loved on her. If you need that from her, then articulate that to her. But you have learned she needs some space whenever she's in some kind of whatever. allow her that space. That is love as well, you dingus.
And he should understand that more than anyone because his own mama said that when he's in his feelings, he needs his own space too. So he should get that. He should have no problem understanding that.
I think too, if you go back to that first argument that we didn't see, the way that they're retelling it now is a little different than how we heard it before. So they're saying that she got up, she walked away from the party. We find out that her father was admitted to a rehab. So she went to the bathroom because she wanted some space. She wanted to take a shower, go to sleep. She told him she wanted space. He assumed it's because of him. So at
Mm-hmm.
some point, she said, I have family stuff going on. Or maybe he told her, or maybe they talked about her dad being in rehab in the pods. So he knew it wasn't necessarily about him. So when she
I
wanted the space, he didn't want to give it. But then when he wanted the space, she didn't want to give it.
definitely. I can see how though if you're having a great day on the beach and all of a sudden your partner just retreats emotionally, you can think, did I do something? Did I trigger something? Whatever. And we don't know when she mentioned this whole like my dad is in rehab thing. So if we knew the timeline of that, it could be easier to see like, okay, was Tim just being overbearing or did she really not adequately explain what was going on with her? But again, this all boils down to their communication sucked. It just sucked.
He should have left her when she called him a bitch and put her hand over his mouth. If it
That
bothered him that bad, if he was that, and he has every right to be offended by her calling
Mhm.
him that.
mhm,
He does.
Mhm.
He has
Mhm.
every right to be offended by her doing this. She didn't punch him, but he has every right to be offended by her doing that. If it bothered him that much, he should have left.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
stayed to torment her because he wanted her to feel as disrespected as he felt. Because Tim couldn't talk about anything else outside of you called me out my name. I'm
Mhm.
trying to love you
Yeah.
and you called me out my name.
And you fell asleep on my parents.
And you fell asleep on my parents after they drove my sister's car 10 hours up here. So I guess my question is, did your parents not go to sleep when they came? We
Tim's parents were
drive
exhausted. They were exhausted. They
We
looked tired
drive
too.
9 hours to Nashville to see my brother. You know what we do when we get down there? My dad goes and lays his old ass down because he just drove 9 hours. So I don't understand that. I don't think his parents cared.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
didn't.
think his parents cared.
It's him.
I don't think they did either. And on top of that too, like how dare you play in her face knowing that you're holding on to that thing from Cabo and then knowing that after meeting her parents you told her I'm having doubts and you just expect her to he said yeah, he really did. You just expect her to be on her P's and Q's but like you're already making it seem like we're not going to be endgame. Why am I going to what what incentive do I have to now put my best foot forward? Like it doesn't make sense. Now, me personally, because of brought up C, I will still put on a brave face. I would not hug an elder with my hands in my pockets. I
Again,
feel like that's rude.
Oh, that was rude.
But
I don't like it.
context included, like, come on, Tim, you cannot think she would be on her best behavior after all that you've done and said.
I
Considering that
really
they were
wish
like days apart too, right? A day or two
The next day.
the next
apart.
day.
Yeah.
The next day. I really wish that Nick and Vanessa asked Tim to break down this falling asleep situation. Let us know how it went. Where were your parents? Because you fell asleep on my parents. You fell asleep on my parents. Like I need to know how that happened because the way that he's making it seem, it's like she dropped her head in the mashed potatoes at the dinner table and just went to sleep.
On the
I
mash.
need to know what happened because and even when he ran out of stuff to say at the reunion, he was just like, well, you called me a bitch and you fell asleep on my parents. Okay. I need the play by play because, and honestly, if you knew that she had to work from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., I honestly don't know anyone who would have an issue with someone taking a nap before their night shift. She
And
had
it
to.
sounds like she relayed that information to him. So it wasn't a surprise
I don't
that she
understand.
was tired.
I don't get it.
Mention it being about the family, she def mentioned. Oh, well, so yeah, that's the thing. The timeline of when she talked about the dad adds context to it
Yeah.
as well. So,
They should have
yeah.
stopped and had a conversation when he said he can't be taken to a bad place emotionally.
That was a
Yeah,
lie.
they both had a lot of red flags just
They
bouncing
want to
off their
fight.
forehead, and they had a couple.
They want to fight. Like, what? What is
To,
that? Oh, you're not going to fight for your wife? Alex, why is that your first thought when somebody says, I don't like to get to that point? Like, why? Why would you think, like,
She
oh,
was like, "Is that a
challenge accepted?
challenge?" That's what she said. Is that a
and that was
challenge?
crazy.
I was like, "Girl, what? That's toxic AF."
Thank you,
No.
Simply L.
Mm-mm.
Alex issues are not the same as Tim's. Alex has already been dragged, but misrepresented many things. He deserves the lashings he's getting. I think I think Tim is hiding behind that I'm a black man, and so we have to protect black men, and we have to not make them seem us away. The same way that Alex is hiding behind, we don't want to call black women aggressive, and we don't want to make them seem like the angry black woman. They were both wrong, for sure. But the way that Alex handled herself at the reunion and in their arguments is vastly different than the way that chose to handle himself. Alex wasn't loud. Alex didn't yell. Alex didn't cut him off.
Yeah,
Tim,
are we not
Tim
siding with
made,
Alex? Like, I'm confused because this super
yeah,
chat makes it seem like we're
Tim was
against Alex.
fuming.
We're for Alex.
I think Alex was trying to protect Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
she
was
was.
clearly trying to protect him. If she said that she said that producers had to come in to calm him down, and he says, "Yeah, that was after you called me a bitch," right? I want to. That's another thing I want to play by play for because he makes it seem like he came up to her and was like, "Hey, baby, what's wrong?" She's like, "You bitch, you little bit." That's not how that went down, Tim.
Real
Yeah.
The
stupid.
way that he retells the story, it's always to
It's
his
like how
benefit.
Hannah does.
Who?
Like Hannah, how Hannah
Yeah,
retells
yeah,
stories.
yeah. Like the way that Tim retells us, you fell asleep on my parents. I was just trying to love you, and you called me a bitch. Why would you call someone that who's trying to love you? Who's trying to Tim? What happened before? And if the way that he acted at the reunion was any indication of what happened in that room, I can
Yeah.
see Tim. I can see Alex like being quiet or just kind of being standoffish, and he's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And even if she didn't blatantly say like, "Okay, I want to take a nap," if you can sense her body language that she doesn't want to be bothered at the moment, just give her a little bit of space. But Tim, remember, Tim is a tit for tat type person. When
Mm-hmm.
he's ready to talk, you need to be ready to talk. If you're not ready to talk
Mhm.
when Tim is ready to talk, it's a problem. So
But
I
even if you're ready to talk when Tim's ready to talk, he won't let you talk.
Right. Like it's always like a thing with it's always a thing with him. So yeah, I'm not surprised that Alex was at the point where she was like, "You acting like a little bitch. Like, leave me alone." If he
And
the way
I'm
that he was acting on the stage, I was like, "Oh,
I also
Timothy."
feel if a person says, I need a moment, why do you need an explanation for that? If she goes
yeah.
back, now if she walks out of the party and she don't tell you, yes,
Oof.
go find her. But if she goes and you meet up with her and she's like, I just need a moment, I don't have to give you an explanation for that. Give her a moment. Give her a couple minutes.
Like, remember when
Or
Ramsey
like,
and Melissa, they were talking about the contraception and she wanted to go to the bathroom and she's like, I don't did she literally say she didn't want to be touched at the moment? And Ramsey just
Yes.
keeps touching her and she goes to the bathroom and he's like, "Oh, what are you?" She's like, "I'm using the bathroom." like give me some space. I visualized something similar happening with Tim and Alex. It just escalated. It just escalated.
yeah. I'm glad and not glad at the same time that Alex just let him have it, because definitely Tim did get somewhat of a favorable edit because of the way that she chose to handle things. And even now, she's just like, okay, you want to go on your spirals? I will let you have your time to talk. When I try to talk and you shut me down, fine. Like, it's okay. You can have it. And luckily, people are starting to see through some of um Tim's story. Like, hold on, there's a lot of holes here. And that's the theme with a lot of these guys. Let them talk enough and they will tell on themselves. And Tim definitely was telling on himself. And I like that Alex was like, you know what? I'm not going to meet you where you're at. You can have it, sweetheart.
Even when they were on stage, Leo had to tap Tim. Like, I zoomed in on it because I caught it. Leo had to tap Tim, like, chill out, like,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
chill
and the
out, bro.
thing was, Tim didn't let Alex talk. He talked in circles, right? She sat there patiently, quietly, and then as soon as she said something, he would jump in to the point that even Taylor was like, or was no, Brittany, who didn't say anything all reunion, was
Mm-hmm.
like, but I mean, even the
You're
nonverbal
being rude
cues
right
are
now.
there. You're
Yeah.
being
She was like,
rude.
every time she's speaking, you're laughing. Whenever Alex would talk, Tim would do that. He would look around like, like, what is she talking
Mm-hmm.
about? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's mad disrespectful. So if
Just whining.
yeah, he's yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like him.
He is ex-military, yes.
And he is so falling into that, like,
True.
last born, only boy. Oh, I was going to not even the military stuff. Like, he definitely gives youngest to older sisters, like, good God, mercy.
He does.
Just whining.
Asshole. Yeah. He lived up to it. He got it honest. But I also think that Tim is probably, because of what happened to his sisters, unfortunately, he's spoiled. He's spoiled. But he's never gonna find a woman to replace his sisters, and that's what he's looking for. He's looking for a sister.
Not never. There's somebody out here who would be willing.
Nobody gonna stay with the way that he talks to people. He'll
You'd be
find
surprised.
somebody,
If
and he's
Tyler
gonna.
could find somebody.
Well, Tyler found the.
I'm still so disappointed in Ashley. My God. But yeah.
She need Mama Tongue Ring to go talk to her. That's what she needs.
Truly.
She
Actually,
need Mama
no.
Tongue Ring to pull her to the
Because
side and say,
even
"Come
Mama
here."
Tongue Ring was reaching over to Things Mama, comforting her and stuff.
Mama Tongue Ring don't know everything though. She don't know
Valid.
everything. I bet she
Valid.
sat back and watched this and said, "Lord have mercy."
You know she was mortified. You know she was. You know she was.
Mortified.
Yeah.
Mortified.
But no,
Okay.
I wish all the best for Alex, honestly. I've told the girls, I feel like Alex outmugs a lot of girls out here. And
Okay.
she could really run this Love is Blind train. I think she can.
She could for sure. So, thank you, Capital K, for the super chat. Alex called the man out his name, didn't help him clean up after her family dinner, and didn't communicate anything to avoid conflicts. Alex doesn't have the skills for a marriage. I agree with you. She called
Yeah,
him out
I
his name.
agree.
Hmm.
Yes. Two, there is zero reason for her to not have helped him wash the
With
dishes.
dishes.
Like, girl, come
That, like,
on.
I was with him. If I have to tell you that, that's a
Yeah.
problem. We're gonna skip over this third one. Didn't have the skills for a marriage. I'm not married, so I can't say what a skill is and is not for a marriage. But I think people use that shit a little too loosely.
I think neither of them have the skills. I
Nobody,
think
I
they
think
both
they both
need
have
work.
poor
Yeah,
interpersonal relationship skills.
yeah.
and I was gonna say, I think anytime somebody does something on the show, people are in the comments saying they don't have the skills for a marriage. Nick didn't take out the garbage that Delulu filled up with paper towel. And y'all were
Bye.
like, he doesn't take out. She filled up the garbage in that scene. And y'all were like, he doesn't take out the garbage. He doesn't have the skills for a marriage. It is like, as far as she didn't do anything to communicate to avoid conflicts, he didn't either. He didn't either. She was a texter. He was a talker, or was it switched? They just had different communication styles. But I
Mhm.
think just because Tim said more doesn't mean he was communicating either. He talked at her. He didn't talk
Yes.
to her. You are not going to be that mad that you told her 3 times, check your tires, and then by the third time, she didn't respond.
To me, the
Mhm.
difference with Tim and Alex is that even with during the breakup, Alex is willing to learn, right? She told him if these are he broke up with her for things that she wasn't even aware that he was upset about, right? And she
Yeah.
told him, "You have to tell me what you the dishes thing now, sis, you should have washed the dishes." That's like,
That should be intuitive.
yeah, I don't even yeah, anyway. But there were other things and she was like, "You have to tell me." I feel like Alex is willing to learn and willing to compromise for her partner, whereas Tim, I feel like Tim is like, "Look, this how it's going to go. These are the rules. This is what I expect. Either you fit in the box or I never want to see your face again." Tim is not willing to compromise. And yes, Tim says he wants a wife. Okay, Tim wants a wife, but to have a wife, you have to be a husband. Like he's forgetting the husband part of it. He's not willing to compromise. And Tim just doesn't seem nice or kind at all. He just seems like kind of mean. Um, but I feel like Alex is more willing to make changes and adjustments for her partner, and Tim is very rigid. He's not willing to do that, or he doesn't seem willing to do that.
Yeah,
I just wanted to
Alex.
respond to that last part where because I know you touched on like having the skills for marriage. Of course, marriage is what you make it, right? I think it's easy for us to say this person doesn't have skills for marriage because the premise of the show is to end in marriage, right?
Yeah,
But at the core of it, I think a lot of the people, if they're going to be introspective watching themselves back, they will see that they do have poor interpersonal skills. Because like if you were over at my house and you spent the whole day, actually let me say Tammy, because Tammy loves to cook, right? If Tammy spent the whole, well, I'm saying right, like everybody knows, Tammy loves to cook and she's a great cook. If she spent the whole day cooking to accommodate people, intuitively I would think, how can I help out? Let me
yeah,
wash the dishes or
yeah.
let me set the plates, let me do whatever, right? That's an interpersonal skill. We equate it to marriage because the end goal is marriage, but
Hmm.
a lot of these people, I would love to take stock, it's none of my business, but I would love to take stock in their relationships platonically and see like, do you even show up for people in your life, let alone for a potential partner? Like how you show up in a relationship romantically often is how you also show up with your platonic relationships. Like that,
Yeah,
some of those things are
Yeah.
transferable.
yeah, for sure, definitely.
Or if you're ready to, I can't even get it out. Never mind.
Timmy be scaring me.
Right? I'm like, brace myself, brace myself.
I was just gonna say, or if you're ready to have a dance party with Beyonce,
Hey, dance party with Beyonce,
that
Beyonce,
Yeah,
Beyonce.
I already peeped.
that is a part of it as well.
They're
I
like,
guess it's a
what?
tact thing.
They're gonna be so confused.
That is a tact thing. Yeah, a lot of these people don't have couth. That's what it comes down to. There's no couth. Couth has left the chat. A lot of these people are rude. They're irresponsible, and they stupid. I'm gonna just say it, a lot of them are stupid. All that military background and all that stuff kind of flew out the window when they came into the pods. It flew further out the window when they moved into these apartments together. But we know that Netflix or Chelsea, whoever, picked horrendously unready people to partner up on this show. I still stand, like I always say, every season when Married at First Sight goes off too. A lot of these people could be together if they learned how to talk to each other. If Love is Blind had therapy, or like the same way that Married at First Sight has the fake experts, if Love is Blind had the experts that were guiding these people, meeting with them every week, walking them through, saying, hey, Alex, you don't communicate the best way. This is why Tim is upset. Hey, Tim, You are bothered by this because you haven't let this go. They could have come to more common ground. But Netflix lets these people fight it out. And then we get to this where they're sitting on the stage and they're going back and forth to the point where Vanessa should have put her damn foot down and said, "Y'all shut the hell up. Let's get to the root of the problem." But Vanessa was so scary, or maybe she wasn't drunk enough, that she was like, "Well, you guys won't talk. Let's bring out Galileo." That's what Vanessa was on.
Galileo. You know what? I do think that it would be nice to see a professional step in, but also at
Right.
the end of the day, it just it's down to the person's willingness, right? Like even on the outside, therapy only works if you're willing to accept the,
And
the direction that's being given to you. And a lot of these people, you can tell they're set in their ways. They don't want to, you know, I don't know if bringing in a professional would have changed anything.
no,
I think
that's
it would
true. That's
I
true.
think it
But
would help us as a viewer because we would at least be able to get
As
some
viewers,
type
for
of, yeah,
sure.
we would at least be able to see them talk out a situation and come to some type of resolution. Like I feel like Tim and Alex, even if they didn't end up married, they would have definitely benefited from a third party helping them with their communication because their communication was horrible. If someone sat down and like after that argument that they had in Cabo and they were able to talk it out with a professional and okay, Alex, this is where you could have helped the situation. This is where you could have been more clear with Tim. Tim, here's where you could have picked up on body language, even if she didn't say exactly what it was, and gave her some space. I think they would have benefited. They probably wouldn't have made it to the altar, but I think the help of a professional would have definitely been beneficial. And it wouldn't be this explosion at the reunion, but then we wouldn't be talking about the reunion. So
No,
maybe
that's
what
true.
they
But I'm
want at
also
the end of
thinking
the day.
too, like a lot of officiants, well, I'm used to Christian people seeing Christian people get married. So I don't know if this is regular for everybody, but a lot of officiants won't even marry you if you don't do premarital counseling.
oh no,
So it's
that's
interesting why the show that has this heavy emphasis on like, we want marriages, we want whatever, why haven't they implemented that 7 seasons in?
considering all the lawsuits that they have going
That
on
too.
and all the stuff that they have, like season two, as a collective, hates them.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a collective, has nothing to. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't done that already.
What's up, Shayna?
Because you can tell. Oh,
We see the experts, but I think when it comes to Married at First Sight, though, 80% of the people that are matched are not matched wrongly. They're honestly and truly not. They are matched correctly. They're giving them what they want, and they are honestly getting the loosely, they're getting the guidance that they need to go forward. You've seen the season with like Zach and Michaela, right? Had they they had the proper guidance. Roxy, we sent you the clips, but like they had the guidance where they were being told, this is the issue, this is the issue. You're not listening to each other. And a lot of it comes down to the person, the people just not wanting to do it. Gil and
yeah.
Mirla, they were given the tools. Be more patient with her, be more open with him. They weren't a bad match. If your personality is trash, your personality is trash. But the way that the experts on Married at First Sight put people together, 9 times out of 10, four of the five couples are not incorrectly matched. Even this season, right now, on paper, four of those five couples are put together correctly. Now they're gonna go to this honeymoon. They gonna act a fool. They're gonna get to that shared apartment. They gonna really cut the fool, and then two of them will stay married at the end of the season. But a lot of it comes down to them doing it to themselves. I can name a
I'm even
bunch of
thinking
couples.
now, like, give these people the best opportunity at a healthy relationship. Whether or not they're going to be willing to accept the direction that they're given, give them the opportunity to accept, give them the opportunity to, have that intervention, have a time to reflect. Yeah, I agree. At first I was just like, what's the point if these people clearly are just stubborn ass people to begin with, but at least the audience can say, but somebody was there to help you and you weren't willing to either change your behavior or assess your behavior.
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
it was never really going to work out for you because you are a very unwilling person. There was an opportunity given to you by the show, by the expert, and you still didn't want it. So
Or
yeah, because
just
even
some.
with these two, I think there
It
could
could
have
have.
been potential.
There absolutely could have, but at the root of it, because Tim is controlling, he didn't want to give her space. It goes back to that. She wanted some space. She was homesick. Her dad is sick. She was tired. She was drunk. Who knows? She wanted space. He didn't want to give her space. She called him a bitch. So then he wanted space. She realized, damn, I shouldn't have done that. So then she didn't want to give him the space.
Yeah.
Had there been a licensed professional that was there and not a production person, not a cameraman trying to get a scoop, that could have been nipped in the bud then.
Yeah, and also not crisis management because they're not here to actually help your relationship. They're here to make sure like nobody gets hurt at the end of it. Like, no, we need an actual relationship there. Bring an LMFT or something. Bring somebody
Yeah.
to help these people sort out. Like at the end of the day, the whole Love is Blind thing isn't going to work for a lot of people because you how long does it take for you to teach people to love you, right? If in the span of a few weeks you feel like a person knows you well enough to marry you, you're delusional. And it just happened to work out, not the Incredible Hulk. It just happened to work out for you in the long run. But like have somebody to come in to help you learn to love that person because that takes time, that takes effort, that takes introspection. Like it takes a lot. And I like this process is too expedited. It's too fast for them to do it on their own.
I do wonder why do they have it that they get married in a month? Maps is 2 months. So I do wonder if they were to give them 2 months.
I think because the whole point is how much can you knock out in those pods? And you should knock out enough that the outside is just seeing if what you built in the pods can translate to real life.
See,
That's what I
Clara
think it is.
said that she could have been in there taking a shit for all he knew. And that's true. Give
I
her a
just want a
moment.
golden Love is Blind. I want a 45 and up Love is Blind because I just feel like it'll be even messier.
They're casting for a golden married at first sight.
Oh, really?
And you had
That's
to be,
nice.
I think,
God forbid.
55 plus in order to apply.
Are we gonna get reviews, guys?
Yeah, if they do a golden Love is Blind, I would definitely review it.
Oh,
You should be asking yourself.
me no. You know I dropped maths a long
I was
time
gonna say
ago.
because I recap maths.
No, I dropped maths.
Chloe would do it. Chloe recaps maths. Do we have anything else for the
I do not.
no?
Where Chloe went? Someone said, "Dang, 45 and up."
I think that would be good though.
I want to see grown, established people like just
Even worse.
that's what I'm saying. Who've probably already been married, their kids is grown.
You
But
know the whole
They don't
first three
they don't
episodes is
care.
gonna be I lost my wife and then I lost my
Not
husband.
not
Oh,
golden
I
like
lost
not
my
like Golden Bachelor like 70, 60, 70s. I said 40 like Portia Williams is 40 what? Like
No,
I'm
I thought
talking
we were
about
still
like
talking about
yeah.
Golden.
I'm
Oh no,
sorry, are y'all calling 40 old?
no.
Yes.
When I say
Yes.
golden, I mean older, but I don't mean like golden like the Bachelor golden.
Because I feel attacked.
Because
Maybe
once
there's
you
another
cross 40, it's just downhill from there.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't
I
say
have
that.
to check an entire different box now
I
for
know.
groupings of
Senior.
age.
No, see, Queen is rude.
Senior.
She be shaming us in the chat, y'all.
She does shame
I don't be
us.
shaming y'all. No, I don't shame them. They just, I don't know, y'all. It's the most basic stuff, and they be like, Grandma don't know. Grandma don't know what I'm doing. Grandma don't know.
No, y'all want
Y'all.
us to know how to speed up TikToks and hide
Like
messages.
this. That's how you speed it up, like that. Y'all be acting like, okay, I gotta go into the interface and I gotta crack the code and that. Ooh, grandmas. It's
I
not
get
looking
on
good, guys.
TikTok.
TikTok scares me.
I get on TikTok once a week. I don't.
Ooh, Lord.
I get on TikTok when y'all send me something. I don't even mess with TikTok. I be
I'm
like,
on TikTok every
I
day.
don't know what they be doing over there. I can't do it.
What's up, Renee? Oh, great question. Who is this season's villain?
Chelsea.
Ooh. You said Chelsea. Well, so Chelsea apparently didn't cast this season.
I mean, I don't blame casting for the way people act. Like
I did. Well, I know you don't. Roxy does so.
yeah, I don't.
Wait, what? I feel like
I wouldn't.
casting. You know what I don't like, or I don't know, because I'm thinking about the Tyler situation with him like lying on his application, but then that's not Tyler's. That's not casting's fault. He lied, so I don't know.
Yes, get
You
your
can't really blame
mammograms.
casting.
I have my first one
Yes,
scheduled.
yes.
I have my first one scheduled. I'm so scared.
I was about to start shaking. I'm so happy I
Check your titties.
saw it before I did that.
Now we're online.
Modern 40-year-olds look better than how we perceive 49-year-olds that come
This
from
is
other
true.
gens. Yeah.
This is true.
I don't think I look 40, but somebody gonna be in the chat. You look 40. What the fuck is that? So
You don't look for it. I don't think so.
But yeah, no. Who's y'all's villain?
I can't think of villain. I don't know.
I would say
I'm gonna say Tim. I'm gonna say
mine
Tim.
is. I don't know. I want to say Hannah, but if you watch my reviews, like I understand. She's
Understand
still
what?
horrible though. No, like the context of some of the things that she's gone through in life, I can understand why she is like jaded. It's in no shape or form an excuse for the way that she behaves. So I want to give her the villain thing, but I just because of Tyler's story is only like villainous because of things that came out and then them trying to play in the audience's face for me. But based on the show's edit, I think I would give it to Hannah based on the edit.
Delulu, it's a good choice.
I would say Tim or Tyler.
Tyler,
because Tyler hands down because of the outside stuff. Like Tyler.
Yeah, it's the outside stuff.
Yeah, but on the show, because on the show, Tyler was like a little angel. We praying every night. He was a sweetheart. But the outside stuff, he's the villain. But if it's just based on the show, I mean, that's hard. I mean, still Tyler, because even on the show, without knowing all of the other stuff, he still lied about, he still wasn't forthcoming about being a sperm donor in the pods. He should have said that in the pods too. I think that's a lot to drop on someone, even if he does have the non-relationship that he was claiming on the show, even though we knew better. But I still think that's something huge to hide. Because even, was it Nancy who donated eggs?
Her eggs.
And she was forthcoming about that in the pods, you know.
Was.
And I think the reason why Tyler was not forthcoming is because he knew he wasn't just a sperm donor. If you were just a sperm donor, like, hey, I got some kids around.
And he knows that opens a can of worms because, like, who he donated his sperm to, the time in which he did it, the lie to the current fiance, the other extracurricular things he was doing with other people's wives. Lord.
Yeah, it's Tyler for me. Tim is a close second, though.
See, I can't say Tyler because y'all know I don't pay attention to the outside drama in the tea.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking just at the show, I say Tim, and it's just because Hannah was mean. I don't consider being mean villainous, right? Everybody's mean. People are mean.
Hannah's 3 for me.
Yeah, and y'all know I don't like Delulu. I don't like nothing about her. But I think it's Tim because
The vindictiveness.
He was manipulative. He was vindictive. It's that type of stuff to me that makes a villain. Like, Tim did a lot. On top of that, and then he sat on the reunion and then still tried to gaslight her.
Tammy,
Like,
he
it's
was just trying to love her, Tammy.
he
He's just trying to love
was.
her.
He was just telling his
Because
truth.
you women don't let a man love you.
You women is crazy.
You
Like, you
women,
women don't know a good thing when you have
And
it.
y'all know he really wanted to say black women. Because Tim looks like he dates white
Well,
women.
and it's funny because remember in his bio he said he wants a
he
black
wants a
woman,
black woman.
and
Did he though?
I feel like that's because he wants to birth a black daughter, and I feel like that's probably where it ends with him. And I do wish that we got to, you know what I wish that we got to see people's exes. I do. Like when people come on
Now
these
they
shows,
need to get that from Ready to Love. Ready to Love loves an exes
when
episode.
people get on these shows, I want to see the people who they've dated previously. I
Yes.
want to, so that when there's a reveal, like especially if someone has a type and there's a reveal and this person is completely not what they've been dating, then you could be like, yeah, you a liar. You're not happy with this match. Like I really wish that we could see that, like people's exes for
I mean, for that's a hard one for me because
sure. Right.
if you look at my history, they all look kind of they love they some of them look different. I have a type, but who I end up continuing with, they do look different.
Mine all look the same, so I'm gonna set this one out. Anything else for the season?
Um,
Nah.
well, thank y'all. Mm,
Yeah, the exes would be dope.
I want to see y'all exes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to see it.
But think about it. If they had to bring the exes on, Tyler couldn't have brought the baby mamas and stuff on. That'd have been a mess.
No, not even bring them on. Just some pictures.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even need. I just want to see what they look like. I want to see what you usually get into. That's all.
Did Alex return the debt? He should have never gave it to her.
That was.
Yeah, she said she gave it soon after.
He should have never gave it to her. But that's it. Now that this is over, what do you ladies have coming up on your channel? What are we recapping? Are we taking a break? Do we need to decompress?
Well, from Love Is Blind for me, I don't want to see another pod for a little bit. I'll see
Okay.
it. I'll look at a pod in September, but I will be reviewing Married at First Sight.
Woo, woo,
What
woo,
season is
woo,
this?
woo.
18. It's my first time. I've
Season
tried to watch
18.
it before and it was boring, but this season, I'm entertained this season, so I will be reviewing that out. I think I'll be dropping my video tomorrow for episodes
What do you
1
mean you think you will?
because I gotta catch it. I mean, I'm voting tomorrow. Go vote. So you got your sticker, yeah. So I
voted
probably won't be able to
today.
drop it tomorrow. Period.
I don't like that
Um,
it says today. That's so tacky, but I didn't want to dig in the bowl.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'll be doing. And then isn't what's dropping in December, y'all? Isn't the
The
ultimate?
Ultimatum.
ultimatum.
So
And
yeah,
I
we'll
do
be doing
Squid
that for sure.
Games. I had a
When does that come out?
blast. December 26th.
Oh, I can only do one show at a time, child.
You choose.
It takes too long. It takes too much time. Oh, Lordy.
You choose to do one show at a time.
I like to give the people what they love, how they like it. My subscribers, I love them so much. Yeah.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Roxie. She posted her reunion recap today with some original songs. So make sure you guys go subscribe. Thumbs up the
We're not
video
stupid.
is-
You're stupid.
I'm not stupid. You're stupid. Yeah, I'm coming out with the Love Is Blind soundtrack, so stay tuned. Yeah.
Soup's excited. What do you have? Everything.
Okay. I'm for the international people. So if you watch these international Married at First Sights, I got you. If you watch international Love Island, I got you. Um, international Habibi, I'm gonna be completely honest. It's taking me so long to catch up, and then it was spoiled for me, and I don't like spoilers, so now I'm
Don't
annoyed.
drop your
So
bad news over here so I can get yelled at in the comments.
what happened?
What, that she's not doing Habibi?
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be fine. Um, so yeah, you can watch all that stuff over there. My second channel, there will be a makeup video dropping soon, getting back into that. So yeah.
Period.
Wow. Love's 54. Hate to break your heart today.
Well
But I
said.
love you too, baby.
True crime.
That's the
Chloe.
MIA girl.
Right. Chloe's the
Chloe is going to be doing true crime. So go to Chloe's channel, and after you subscribe, put in her comments about true crime. She would love to read those. So do that. I come back.
Now she got to do it. now she don't got no excuse.
So all 1,000 of you that are still left, make sure you guys go over to Chloe Johnson's
Say, where the
page
true crime
and
videos
ask
at?
where true crime is, and tell her Tammy sent you. Okay. Chloe is doing Married at First Sight as well. So whenever Ready to Love comes back, Chloe will be doing Ready to Love 2.
And she dropped her reunion review today as well for Love is Blind. Today?
Yes,
Yesterday?
and Chloe's her recap is up as well. And then mention all the other shows that you guys want Chloe to talk about in those comments. I'm doing Married at First Sight. Still Potomac. Maybe I'll come back to Tia's show. You guys are.
All right.
You stopped your show? I didn't even
I-
realize.
You haven't even started.
I didn't stop it, but I didn't do last week. And then I get tired of. I'm gonna be real. I get tired of y'all in the comments. For Tia's show, I do.
that.
I get tired of reading how she blew up her family, how she's a terrible person, how all black women are like her.
Wow.
I haven't watched an episode of her
And
show.
it's a cute show. I mean, it's a little. Sometimes she can be a little Debbie Downer, but she just got out of a 20+ year relationship. Give her some grace. And then Love Island Games is coming back. I'm excited for that. And then Traders is coming January 3rd. And we're all going to do Traders. All 4 of us.
You see me? I was like, wait, what?
All 4 of us are going to do Traders. So make sure you guys go to their comment section and let them know about Traders as well.
I can't. I don't even
This
have.
feels like an episode of Traders right now.
I feel like I just started a war, but that's okay. So Monique has been putting. She has not been gone the whole live. She has been here.
I'm done.
She's still on the screen.
She right there.
She's
You know
right
how she
there.
answers. Please. She there.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. As always, Love is Blind has been a vibe. We have all, I'll speak for everybody, we have all enjoyed all of the likes, the comments, the subs, all the
Yes,
love that you
so
guys
much.
give, all 4 of us, when it does come to Love is Blind. The new season starts on Valentine's Day. I will be traveling for work, but
Oh, so everybody's busy Valentine's Day. Wow.
Period.
yeah, I will be in Denver. Sorry, so I will be traveling for work, but those recaps will be coming. Why did they put those people on the screen?
Who?
The 3 whatevers.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That was stupid. I know that they filmed the season already, but that was
Oh,
stupid.
yeah. I was like, wow. These reunions, they
Don't
gotta
be
figure
dragging
something
Chloe in the chat. No.
out. Not Chloe, dear.
Monique.
Spirit. Chloe is funny.
All right, I will catch you guys in the next video for something. Subscribe to everybody. Thumbs up this video.
Bye,
And have a
y'all.
wonderful night, everybody.